Do you like Panthers? Well, then we got a game for you. No, we're not looking for David Attenborough fans here. These Panthers aren't pink, and we are nowhere near Wakanda. We're in Morganton, and we're looking for Western North Carolina baseball fans with that feline fandom. In a battle for second place in the Western Piedmont Conference, we have the Panthers of Hibriten visiting the Panthers of Patton. Both teams stand at 6-4 in the Western Piedmont Conference, and they're trying to posture themselves for playoff berths. It's going to be a fierce one, so throw on some Pantera and don't walk away from this one.
Baseball University of the Blue Ridge welcomes you to the Western North Carolina Scout and Streaming Series. I'm Hunter Street, and I was Ryan Cook, and we're live on the campus of Patton High School for a Western Piedmont 3A-4A conference matchup between the Hibriten Panthers and the Patton Panthers. A lot of Panthers.
Yeah, I don't know what the scientific term is for the cat family, Felonius something maybe.
I don't know.
But, we're happy to be here. We are big fans of the Western Piedmont Conference. We've seen all the Rutherford County teams this year, but, we've been tracking this conference pretty closely, and this is shaping up to be the second place game. I think technically at the start of this game, RS Central is a half game up in second place, but they were swept by East Rutherford, and they have ER next week. So we're looking at these two, and this matchup along with their rematch on Friday is probably what's going to decide that second place tally when the standings are all said and done here at the beginning of May. Been kind of a wild start to the week, getting all the games in place. So, we'll go ahead and tell you our schedule for the week because we didn't get a chance to put out our weekly schedule. We're still waiting to get some approval on some games. So, again, here we are today for this Battle of the Panthers. Tomorrow we're going to be at West Henderson for their game versus Pisgah. It's pretty much going to be the deciding game in the Mountain 8, or a deciding game in the Mountain 8. And then Friday, we have a matinee for you at 4 o'clock. We're driving all the way up to Cherokee County for what's essentially going to be the Smoky Mountain Conference Championship game between Hayesville and Andrew. So, going to put some miles on the car a little bit, but going to stay closer to home tomorrow. Originally, we were going to go see Crest at South Point. That game did not work out. It's going to be a good one either way, so if you're down in that area, you need to check it out. But yeah, back in Burke County, we were here back in March for Freedom hosting Watauga. This is our first time covering either Patton or Hibriten. So beautiful area. You can see the mountains in the background.
You see what they call the chicken shed,
chicken shack, chicken coop, something out there. Case Farms Chicken, one of their big sponsors out here. Patton helped refurbish the hit barn out there in left field that used to be an open air cage. So it's good to see in our small communities, our mountain communities, the businesses and the sponsors stepping up to help the baseball program. Baseball needs as much help as they can get. It's not. Let's tell you a little bit about these Western Piedmont coaches tonight. For Hibriten, first-year head coach Sam Mackey, but he's no rookie to the coaching scene. He's been at Hibriten for 12 years, been a big part of their football program. He played football at Lenoir-Rhyne University and has been the head football coach at Hibriten since 2019. He came to Hibriten in 2015 as the defensive coordinator, but going back in time, his baseball career, he was actually the head coach at Lexington High School from 2005 to 2009. I enjoyed talking to Coach Mackey about this. He said when he got there, he was inheriting a team that was 0-76 in their last 3 or 4 seasons. He said when he got there, this type of program is going to take 10 years to turn around, and he started doing the little things right. He had a JV team installed and had a JV team for all 5 years he was at Lexington. There was none before he got there. His assistant coach took over the program in 2010 when he left and went to Freedom High School, where he was their defensive coordinator and also their JV baseball coach. And, when he made that quote after taking over Lexington that it would take 10 years for this team to turn it around and make the playoffs, well, when he handed it off to his assistant, who became the head coach, 10 years since the day Coach Mackey took that Lexington team in 2005, they actually made the playoffs in 2015 under that assistant. So rebuilds take time. Coach Mackey's he's for the students. He's for the players. Again, big part of that football team, but he's no stranger to the baseball diamond. On the other side here, the other leader of the other Panthers den is Matt Baker. This is Coach Baker's 11th year at Patton, 3rd year as the head baseball coach. It's also his 4th season as the Burke County American Legion Post 21 head coach. He was a University of North Carolina Chapel Hill grad, has his bachelor's in exercise sports science. He did play 1 season at CVCC. He took over as the JV head coach of Patton in 2016 before taking that head coach job in 2024.
I think
I
in the past
believe
or still.
Maybe still, I'm not sure, but I think we have it on record that he's also the girls' golf coach team. Again, we're going to be seeing Coach Baker during the Area 4 American Legion season, and I think we'll be seeing a few of these Patton Panthers on that team as well. I'm sure some of these Hibriten Panthers will be playing for the Caldwell County Legion. But anyway, back to Coach Baker. He actually played second base for Patton and was part of the team that reached that 2A state championship series in the 2nd year of the school's existence, which was 2009. What year was Patton?
I think it was probably 09 because they was established in 07, so I'd assume that's fall.
Okay.
So 09 season.
So it was part of the program record, 23 wins. They reached the 4th round of the 3A playoffs his senior season, and then he went on to play for Burke County Post 21. And in 2009, they reached the Area 4 semifinals, and in 2010, they actually won the Area 4 Western Division title. So he's a alum of Patton through and through. So have him at the helm is to have someone that understands this area. And again, that's how many years ago? 19 years ago? 2007. I want to say it's high school ages. The 2 numbers called the Panthers. You should have some sort of like battle the mascot. Like if you split on the year, everybody's the Panthers, right? But if you sweep them, that next year they got to be called Kittens for a season or something. But Coach Mackey said, well, we haven't been around since the 60s, so we ain't changing the mascot. I'm like, that's fair. So, again, but we're glad to be here. Both these coaches were extremely helpful in scripts together. Thank you to Coach Baker for hosting us here today. Let's bring you into that Western Piedmont coaches poll that we distributed back in the beginning of February. We asked all the head coaches to vote. How do you think the standings will finish?
No shock.
Well, a little bit, because RS, even though they're in 2nd place right now, I think when all's said and done with the tiebreakers, they might end up down in 3rd or 4th place. How about East Burke beating East Rutherford yesterday 1-0? That was a shocker when I looked it up on Max Preps last night. Chase has been playing better, but yeah, for the most part, this is not far off.
2 through 6 are very close. I think a full game separates 2 through number 6 right now, which we'll get to later. But again, Rutherford County teams usually take precedent in this conference, but do not count out the 2 Panther teams vying for the overall number 2 spot at, what did you say, 6 and 4?
Now, let me ask you this. If Hibriten or Patton finishes out in 2nd place, is that enough to earn them a first-round bye in the playoffs?
That's an RPI question. We can go look into the RPI later on in the pregame show into the broadcast. But, again, it's top teams in the RPI across the state. It does not matter about East or West. It just matters if you finish around the top 48 for 2A through 7A. It's different for 1A and 8A due to the number of schools.
Now, there's talent in the Western Piedmont, but on the whole, when compared to the Foothills and our power rankings, only East Rutherford is going to show up in our Foothills 10. I'll have Hunter go and read you out our Foothills sponsor, and we'll break down this week's top 10 in the Mountain and the Foothill.
Well, our Foothills 10 power rankings, interrupted here, are presented by Peak Performance Vault. At Peak Performance Vault, they believe every athlete has a potential to reach new heights and achieve their peak performance. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting, we provide a state-of-the-art training environment for baseball and softball as well as golf that combines modern technology with personalized coaching. Get down at 352 West Main Street in Forest City. Get with them at 828-289-1592 or peakperformancevault@gmail.com. And Cavaliers representing the Western Piedmont, but we gave them a little love after the Knights of North Lincoln had a slow week. It looks like East Rutherford might fall back down 1 spot again.
Yeah, Western Piedmont represented only by East Rutherford, losing to East Burke. They're going to drop a little bit. Alexander Central still remains undefeated in the Northwestern Conference.
Last week, the 1 seed in the Northwest Conference tournament in the regular season championship.
There's Creston South Point. We were hoping to see them tomorrow, but could not get approval on the game, so good luck. That it will essentially be your Big South Championship game.
And don't count out the Southern Piedmont 3 right there at 7, 8, and 9, man.
Yep, Cherryville and Stuart Kramer playing tomorrow as well. Stuart Kramer may be one behind in the power rankings, but they're actually a half game up on Cherryville in the conference standings. So if they can take one of two on Cherryville, that's a good split. But honestly, if they're going to keep up with Burns, they need to sweep Cherryville this week. Burns at the top of the standings now with only the one loss. Stuart Kramer only with the one loss, but again, 2 versus Cherryville this week.
Fellow Caldwell County team, the Spartans, man, took a tough one to St. Stephen's.
Yep, and then Lincoln Charter, who we had someone chime in on one of the message boards saying they should be ranked. They were our number 11, but they took a loss this week already. So we'll see how the bottom
that 10
3 or
spot's
4,
going to be coveted. Well, our Mountains 10 are presented by House of Power. Are you looking for a one-on-one license for hitting, pitching, and catching? Strength and conditioning programs to develop explosive power. Facility memberships you can try on your own schedule, or cage rentals for individuals and your teams. You need to get with House of Power, founded by former Clemson Tiger and professional baseball player Sheldon Reed, conveniently located in Mills River. Check them out at hophendersonville.com to learn more. That is hophendersonville.com to learn more. Yeah, TC and AC splitting. That was exciting to hear about. Yeah. And then AC taking a crazy, was that 15-13 game?
What was that now? Oh, versus Asheville.
Yeah, that was
so
yesterday.
Reynolds and Asheville was in a football score last night. Asheville coming out on top, so that's definitely going to have an effect on this week's rankings. I noticed the Asheville Times had AC ranked number 1, but if you watch both those games, like Duncan Carver, great pitcher for Reynolds, beats TC with a 2-hitter, but I think clearly the more disciplined team is still TC. It's starting to get close. Pisgah with that loss to Tuscola, that may have been the difference maker. If they would have been able to win that one, might have been able to slip them up to 1. But we're going to see West and Pisgah tomorrow. That'll have a lot of fallout on how the Mountain 8 is going to shake out.
Well, Tuscola already lost to
Brevard
yesterday.
So look for Brevard and Tuscola.
I'm just going to let you see that real quick.
What's that?
That was me, just so you know.
Okay. So, yeah, Brevard, they're probably going to be flipping with Tuscola. Christ School, tough week last week, losing to good teams. And again, Andrews on Friday. We're going to see what they're all about. The only undefeated team in Western North Carolina right now.
Saw some words about being 17-0, not being ranked higher, but I mean, I love Andrews. I want to rank them higher. I want them to be a top 5 team. But when you play a schedule that's 262 versus teams who are playing a 600 schedule, it's hard to justify. Now, don't get me wrong. I have been a proponent of ranking Andrews since like week 3.
Well, and again, I'm going to say this, and I don't care if it upsets anyone, but until I see it with my own eyes, Hayesville's actually the better team, you know. And again, I know Andrews is undefeated, but Hayesville, you said it, their record versus Andrews over the last.
Since the Max Prep's there, I don't know if I want to put it on right.
2.
31. You set it up.
Again, no, Hayesville is a good team. Hayesville plays a tougher out-of-conference schedule.
And it wasn't just Andrews. They're like 30 and like 2-3 against Hiawassee and everyone but Murphy. And that's just a fact out there.
And again, I give Andrews credit because they swept Swain, they swept Murphy, they swept Robbinsville. Those are teams that have all been above them in the Smoky Mountain. But it is still small school baseball out there. And again, we're trying to. I think we're getting our schedule set for the final week of the season, but we're hoping to see Polk either Tuesday or Friday next week to try to celebrate Gunner Alm and, some
hopefully
of those seniors.
Western Highlands champs.
Yeah, I was going to say we're trying to see maybe them clinch that Western Highlands championship there. So let's tell you a little bit about a player of the week we mentioned earlier. Duncan Carver pitched against TC Robertson. Duncan Carver had a heck of a week, got the complete game win, 7 innings, only the 1 run on 2 hits, 0 walks, 12 Ks, beats the 3-time defending champion TC Robertson Rams. Kid's a dynamite prospect. Enjoyed watching him pitch last year. He was on my mock state games roster last year as only a freshman. Kid's got a chance to be a great one. And we're going to, for his efforts, send him some good iced tea this week.
Yeah, well, Duncan had a good week. We're sending him some good iced tea, whether it's original Carolina Peach, zesty maple, or tropical island time. All you have to do is brew, chill, relax, and repeat. Earl the mascot loves it, and so do we. Order that pouch today. Get you 10 bags for 10 gallons of delicious Salem black tea over at goodicedtea.com. Follow on Facebook, Instagram, as well as X.
Well, we appreciate y'all joining us for the Meineke pregame show, and we're going to go ahead and jump into some reviews of both these teams, both last year and so far in 2026. Hibriten finished last season at 12-11. That was 5-5 in the old, and their involvement in the old Northwestern Conference. Let's see here. So Hibriten, they were first in the Western. Excuse me. Yes, they finished fourth in the Northwestern last year. So in 2025, as far as playoffs go for Hibriten, they were the number 8 seed in the 3A West and suffered a first round loss to number 25 Lake Norman Charter, 3-0. Patton last year 10-13. They were 3-9 in conference. They finished last in the old Mountain Foothills Conference, and I believe, did they make the playoffs last year? I see on here Hunter had them listed as the 28th seed, losing to North Lincoln 7-2. So I believe that's correct. Now for 26, Hibriten off to a good start, 10-9, 6-4 in conference. It's currently tied for second with Patton and RS. Started the season a little slow, 3-7, had some injuries, had to claw back into contention, and finished 1-1 in that Catawba County Easter Baseball Classic that we covered. They split with East Burke, they split with Chase, they swept Drone, they swept RS Central. So they've been getting hotter. 5-4 on the road. They're currently on a 3-game winning streak. Again, last week was that sweep of RS. They beat them 14-3 and 6-4. And this week, just the 2 games against Patton today and Friday, and it will have a lot of implications on how this Western Piedmont Conference is going to shake out. Patton this year, they're off to their best start in a long time. They're 12-8, 6-4. Like I said, currently tied for second. Started the season 5-3, had some good wins against Freedom, Burke County non-conference rival. Beat Mitchell 4-3. Bunker Hill 6-0. Lost to McDowell, lost to Cherryville. So interesting schedule so far. They were 2-1 in the 8th annual Tony Cosby Classic, which is held here at Patton's baseball field. In the conference, they split with East Burke, they swept Drone, they split with RS, they swept West Caldwell, and they were swept by East Rutherford. 8-3 at home. They're currently on a 2-game losing streak, trying to shake that. Last week were those 2 losses to East Rutherford. On Tuesday, it was narrow. They lost 6-5, and then on Friday, 15-5, they lost in a mercy rule. This week, they had a non-conference game on Monday versus Irwin, lost 9-8, and then these 2 against Hibriten. So it's going to be an interesting game between these Panthers, and we're going to have some keys to the game here for you in a little bit, but waiting for Hunter to get back here, and we'll throw these conference standings up. But for the moment, I just want to thank again Patton for hosting us today. Beautiful day here. Had some chilly nights up in the mountains the last couple of evenings, but great day for baseball. We're propped up here underneath the, I don't know what I want to call it. It's like not the press box, but the press box porch. So we got a little shade here in the afternoon sun. Ran into Julius Martin pregame. Was glad to see him. Julius committed to Westminster College up in Pennsylvania. Worked with Julius last year. Came to our August prospect filming at Forest City. And it was a very proactive young man, took good advice, targeted some really good academic schools up north, and that kid got after it, sent his films out, tried to help him with some references, and handled his recruiting process very well. So glad to see Julius. We'll be celebrating celebrating him throughout the evening. Again, there's a few commits in this game. Julius is the only one for Hibriten in that 26 class. Patton's got 2. Real special one in Cohen Christian. He's heading to Mars Hill University. I think he recently just set the school record for most career strikeouts, and I believe most strikeouts in a season. And then you also have Cole Attaway, who's committed to Caldwell, but he's hurt and he is out for the season, so we will not see Cole today, but we definitely want to celebrate him. I was going to show you those conference stand-ins real quick. Here is how your Western Piedmont conference is settling in right now. Again, East Rutherford, that one blemish at 10-1 with that East Burke loss. RS Central, a half game up, and we'll figure out who's going to tie them after this game. So if it's Hibriten, they will have the tiebreaker. There's East Burke creeping up at 6-5, 10-9. Again, East Burke always pretty much a lock to make the playoffs. And then again, Chase at 10-11 may not seem that great, but that's one of the best teams they've put together since that 2023 team that won conference. But let's go ahead and take some time to thank our pregame sponsor, Meineke again. Meineke is the pregame sponsor for Baseball University of the Blue Ridge's Western North Carolina Scout Streaming Series. With numerous locations in Western North Carolina, there is no better spot to get your vehicle seen and serviced, whether it's an oil change, brakes, mufflers, tires, wheels, AC, you name it. Meineke is doing car care right. So we were mentioning our couple commits there. Let's tell you a little bit about some of the guys we want you to keep an eye on as far as uncommitted seniors and underclassmen go. Tonight's starting pitcher is Braxton Kahn. He is a uncommitted senior for Hibriten and 6 foot 185, 4.0 GPA. So we're trying to keep an eye on him. This Friday, their starter is going to be Landon Key. So that's another athlete in that senior class for Hibriten we want you to keep an eye on. 2027s, I've been hearing a lot of good things about catcher Owen Miller. Coach Mackey says he's blessed to have him behind the plate. He's got a good baseball IQ, good student. 3.5 GPA might be a good JUCO route guy based on how this recruiting market is starting to churn out. Got Maddox Marley, fast, rangy center fielder, high academic, and Ashton Woodruff, who's more of a football guy. He's probably going to be going to college to play football, but that's 2 other juniors that we want you to keep an eye on. Sophomore Cooper Boggs, first baseman. He's also a left-hand pitcher. We are really excited to see him. Been hearing a lot of good things about the lefty. He's only struck out 6 times this year. He sees the ball really well. He'll take a walk. He's going to be the leadoff guy. It's a tough out. He's also the soccer goalkeeper for Hibriten. Then for Patton, a couple other guys, catcher Trevor Thronberg, senior catcher Trevor Thronberg, senior outfielder Lane Barrier, and senior Shorey Davis, all uncommitted still for Patton. And then a couple sophomores to keep an eye on. Tonight's starting Landry Duvall, also a good catcher utility guy, and Landon Harris, who we might see in relief this evening as well.
Well, what makes Meineke the smart choice for your fleet? Solutions meet the needs of any fleet, including fleet leasing, self-managed, and rental agencies. Meineke is proud to sponsor Meineke Fleet, keys to the game.
And we'll see if we can fit these in before the national anthem. The first key of the game is we're going to go Hibriten first is favorable conditions, right? So senior right-handed pitcher Braxton Kahn is on the bump. And if he can dial it up on the radar gun a little bit, I've been told he can hit the low 8s. So again, Patton could have a little bit of trouble adjusting after that slugfest with Irwin the other day, which again, with Irwin, I know that team well. There's probably not an arm on there over 76 miles, 77 miles per hour. So again, if Kahn can have bring some heat, place it well, that could help him move through the first innings pretty quickly. So again, looking for this favorable conditions. And then secondly, hanging with Mr. Cooper. We're really interested in learning more about Cooper Boggs. And he's been getting rave reviews. And again, with him seeing a lot of pitches, working ABs deep, and rarely striking out, Hibriten's going to have to really follow that lead of Boggs, because Patton used their ace versus Irwin the other night, and they kept his pitch count down, but they're going to try to bring him back on Friday, so he's not available tonight. So if they can work pitches followed by, taking Boggs' lead, getting deep into ABs, and then get into this bullpen early, it could be a tough night for Patton. Now for Patton, in Duvall, we trust. So again, they used their ace in that non-conference the other night, Cohen Christian. So they're putting the ball in the hand of the sophomore Duvall, and that means, hey, they trust this young kid, and this is his chance to have his growing up moment for the team and showing that, hey, we can firmly put our trust in you, and we believe you can bring home the W. So again, this is a big game, determine second place, so they're putting all their faith in the young sophomore tonight, and they're expecting a lot from him. And then we'll come back with the final key of the game here after the national anthem.
Let's play ball.
All right, so let's get back into those Meineke keys of the game. So again, we just told you about Duvall. Now this last key of the game for Patton is gold gloves over iron fists. Patton has made a staggering 42 errors this season, and you got to keep in mind that's using the home team's game changer as well, right? So Patton has to play a clean game tonight, especially if Duvall's making his pitches. This team's athletic, but they need to play aggressively. They got to want the ball hit at them. They can't play to not make mistakes. So don't play careful, play confidently, go get that ball. So, and let's go ahead and give you your starting lineup, defensive alignments here for Patton. How they going to line up out there? Well, it's Duvall throwing to Davis. That's going to be your battery tonight. It's going to be Irvine, Barrier, Hewlett, and Waters across the infield. In the outfield, it's Christian and left, Johnson in center, and McCrary and right. Batting lineup for your Hibriten Panthers. I'm already on the wrong cat. So for the Panthers, it'll be Cooper Boggs leading off. He'll be playing first base. Julius Martin, we talked about him earlier, the Westminster commit, will be at third. Tanner Moore batting third center field. Ashton Woodrow, the cleanup hitter in right. Owen Miller, the catcher. Ashton Collins, the shortstop. Maddox Marley in left field. Braxton Comber batting ninth will be Will, the DH for the second baseman, Austin Barlow. Well, a little quick, where are they now? It's the final part of our Meineke pregame show. What alumni are still out there playing? So right now for Patton, there's actually no current alumni still playing in college. And for Hibrite, they got a handful. A couple grads from last year. Holden Woodward, he's at Caldwell. Micah Dalton, he's at the University of North Carolina, Pembroke. Micah Greer is also at Caldwell. The 2024 graduates, Palmer Tucker is at Wake Tech, and Kenyon Ferguson is at Caldwell, and 2023 alum is at Jake Absher is at Tusculum University. So again, Hibrite and Caldwell County pumping out talent. Patton sending 2 to college next year, so we will have some alumni to speak on next year. Here's your first pitch of the game coming from Mr. Duvall. Swinging a ground ball to the second baseman. Hewlett picks it up, tosses over to first. That's out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out. 4-3. So I'll bring Julius Martin up. So he's the tough deep in the count. I want to thank our first and sponsor, Bloom Patch Farms. Bloom Patch Farms, located in Hendersonville, is a specialty micro farm dedicated to rare and extraordinary dahlias. Swing and a ground ball to short. Here's his barrier. Picks it up, throws across. That's out number 2. So 2 pitches, 2 outs. Holy moly. Not even done the first inning sponsor yet. Bloom Patch offers rare dahlia cuttings, premium tubers, health-potted plants, seasonal bouquet subscriptions, and custom floral works. They also ship cuttings and tubers nationwide throughout the year, and they specialize in rare and hard-to-find varieties, including the stunning water lily varieties. Go to their website, bloompatchfarmll.com. Here's a fly ball to center field, and that is Johnson out there who catches it for the third and final out. Well, thank you to Bloom Patch Farm. Again, go to bloompatchfarmll.com. Rare blooms grown with intention. That's Bloom Patch Farm. So just like that, a half inning over. Well, Hunter, you've been running around a little bit. Do you have any technical difficulties early?
We were, and I had to climb up on that roof, and that was not very fun. So
Was it battery pack issues?
I have no idea.
Well, sunshine is bright, and let's give you our game time temperature here. While I'm looking that up, I want to thank our home team sponsors, Chick-fil-A, Morganton, and G&H Auto Service. So right now, 7 degrees at game time. So that could be it. Hits those phones, heats them up. So, but again, I want to thank our home team sponsor tonight. These are businesses that support the time that we put towards marketing this game to college coaches pregame, and then editing and posting highlights for the Patton Panther prospects with recruiting and scouting content on social media afterwards. So again, I want to thank Chick-fil-A out of Morganton. That's the owner, Dallas Stoudemire. And we're big fans of Chick-fil-A. We stop there almost nearly every road trip. One of the healthier choices of food, and as far as customer service goes, they are the industry leaders. So again, thank you, Chick-fil-A of Morganton. Then we want to thank G&H Auto Service. Again, G&H, we appreciate you guys stepping up in this out today. We'll tell you more on them here in a minute. Let's look at how those Hibriten Panthers are lined up out there. Battery mates, it's Kahn throwing to Miller. Across the infield, Julius Martin. That's Collins at short. Barlow at second, and Cooper Boggs at first. Across the outfield, it's Marley Moore and Woodruff from left to right. Starting lineup for your Patton Panthers. It's going to be Brady Davis leading off. He's catching tonight. Wyatt Hewlett in the 2-hole. Lane Barrier batting third. Cohen Christian, the Mars Hill commit bat fourth. Landry Duvall pitcher in the 5 spot. Gavin Johnson center bat 6. River McCrary in right field batting 7th. Reese Irvine behind him third. And then the 9 holes Jack Reese, the DH. He is hitting for the first baseman, Nate Waters. First pitch here from Kahn is hit up the middle hard by Davis. He's going to turn first. They're going to send him, and he is going to be into second base with a lead-off double. So that's the senior, uncommitted senior jumping right on the first pitch by Kahn. So second baseman Wyatt Hewlett coming up to the plate now. Hewlett senior, heavy senior class here for Patton. 10 seniors listed on this roster.
On the Polk, I guess they're playing Hendersonville Friday for senior night, not next Tuesday.
At Hendersonville?
No, Polk. So
they're switching it up, it sounds like?
No, like they're playing Friday.
Right.
Like this Friday, not Tuesday.
Gotcha.
They'll probably move the other game up, I bet.
Interesting. Okay. Oh, the joys of putting together a broadcast schedule. So Kahn spins and throws to second on the pickoff attempt. Davis is back in with plenty of time. So Davis is a versatile young man, catching tonight because starting catcher Trevor Thronberg is out. Fun attempt by Hewlett here. Davis typically, I believe, is at shortstop. So again, versatile athlete. Jumped on that first pitch that showed the speed. See if Hewlett bunts here again. He does ball outside. 2-1 count. So you had Patton listed as making the playoffs in the pregame show. Is that a fact? I thought this would be the first time they were going to make it in a while. I'm going to have to go double check that. Puts that bunt down, and it's a beauty into no man's land. Say Martin had retreated to cover third base there. So it'll be a bunt single for Hewlett. Davis is able to move up as well. So did a job and rewarded a little extra with the finally placed bunt. Position tonight, Panthers. It's a swing and a pop fly to right. It may be deep enough. Davis is tagging. Ball finds the glove of Woodruff. Runner comes home. Here comes the throw. It is bounced. Nice job by Kahn backing up there. Hewlett, excellent work tagging up on the backside of the play to move up to second. So Davis scores the first run of the game on the sac fly RBI by Barrier. And that's going to bring Cohen Christian to the plate. There's one more runner out there in scoring position. Still only one out. Yeah, I think that was incorrect piece of information in the pregame. I don't think Patton made the playoffs last year. He had them listed as playing North Lincoln or something. But I was going to say, I think this year Patton's going to make the playoffs, and it's going to be the first time in a while. So I apologize for that. Good pitch, good take there. Well, with the leadoff double, the ninth bunt by Hewlett, the sac fly by Barrier. So some great run production here early for Patton. It's going to miss up here. So 3-0. So with first base open, you don't have to come to him. Might have green light. It is early. Ball outside, so free pass to Christian to make it first and second. To Landry Duvall, the sophomore. He's the starting pitcher here for Patton, so he's going to be trying to get some insurance runs. Trying to put a crooked number up here early. His battle for second place. There's a nice place fastball for strike one. So 0-1 delivery after a couple looks to the base runners. That's right in there off speed. So 0-2 quickly. Nice job by Kahn here. Getting ahead. So he needs a ground ball or a strikeout here to try to put a damper on this. There it is. Strike three looking. So strike three looking, brought to you by Burlett Painting. Painting the corners with Burlett. Gavin, another roster, left-handed swinger. The 1-0 West rally. Again, 1-0 lead for Patton. That's a nice pitch, though, by Connor. It's a hard slider on that back foot. Two-0 delivery. There it is. The 2-1 delivery coming again with the lefty here. You know, he's quick out the box. It's going to be hard to double up on a ground ball. There's a 3-1. So 3-1. Popped up here. It's going to be back to the fence and just out of play. Oh, no, not out of play. Right on the mother. So it's about as close as it could get to being out of play with scraping that aluminum on the way down.
There's a couple of JV pass balls while pitches where catcher got in here, and it looks like someone cut donuts into backstop.
It's a nice looking field. A lot of foul territory. It's one of the bigger backstop areas. A lot of territory back here. Bounces that one. It's ball 4. So base is loaded now. It's Hewlett down at third base. Christian second. Johnson down to first base with the walk. River McCrary now. River Jr. here for Patton. Strike one there from Kahn. My high school team growing up, North Carroll, was the Panthers as well. Oddly similar uniforms to Patton. I was back in graduation year of 2001. 25 years ago at this point. But Panthers must be. I wonder if you were to take a poll nationwide as far as mascots, like what is the most common?
Oh, there's a video on it. I'll have to find that.
The Warriors.
No.
No.
I don't think that's up there.
The Bears.
That's up there. That's
the Panthers.
Top 10. I believe top 10.
Swing and a miss. So that's strike 3. So 2 Ks clipping the inning. 2 walks, the single and the double, 1 run in. So it's 1-0 for Patton. Heading into the top of the second, it'll be Woodruff, Miller, and Collins. Hibriten. If the best coverage and content of Western North Carolina baseball, please visit our Patreon at patreon.com/BB University WNC. Here you will find conference previews, preseason and playoff predictions, power rankings, player of the weeks, podcast, highlight films, and much more. Memberships start at $1, and all that money raised stays right here in Western North Carolina. So support mountain baseball, support Foothills baseball, and join the Patreon. Trust me, we need every dollar of revenue because we're trying to do it a different way. Again, you may have noticed that the sports. All right, here we go. I think we're back. So fielder's choice there for Collins. 6-4 on Miller. It's going to be an RBI ground out for Collins.
Now batting, Maddox Marley.
Still trying to figure out what that was for Miller, if that was a hit or an error or what. So Maddox Morley up now. So we back on?
Apparently.
Okay, so apologize, folks. We were having some technical difficulties for a second. So again, 1-1 now is our score. Tied up here on the RBI ground out by Collins. Ball delivers, runner goes. That ball is hit high in the sky to left field. It's Cohen Christian out there. He's going to make the catch for out number 2.
Marley's out for the second out, brings to the plate, Braxton Kahn.
Now here's your senior pitcher, Braxton Kahn, first AB of the day. So again, to recap this inning, it was a leadoff double by Ashton Woodruff over the center fielder's head, and it bounced up over that fence. Still trying to figure out how Owen Miller reached base, but he did. It was either a single or an error. We were having technical difficulties at the time. Made it first and third. Ashton Collins had the RBI fielder's choice as they couldn't turn the double play on his ground ball. And then Maddox Morley flying out to left field here. Just 2 outs.
Not Starlink, that's for sure. Who knows? I hate technology.
Well, again, hopefully anybody watching the comments, you might want to drop us a line. Let us know if you're hearing us and seeing us okay. We had a couple technical difficulties there in the last half inning.
Viewership's coming back in.
Oh, so runner was going but could not make the transfer quickly. Was Davis, or cleanly, I should say. So it'd be a stolen base for Collins. That is a Hauling Solutions and Grading stolen base. So Kahn has got a runner in scoring position here with 2 outs. Nice block up there by Davis. So 3-0 to Kahn. Designated hitter Will Kuhn is on deck. Ball 4 high. So Kahn standing there stoically like a statue. Lets that go across the top of the zone. Will Kuhn to the plate. Again, both teams number 9 hitter, the DH tonight. Find that interesting. There's a runner. Courtesy runner is going to be Austin Whittington for the pitcher Kahn. So 1-1 game here, getting tight quick. Ball delivers. Swing, fly ball. Christian out in left field has a beat on it and puts it away for the final out. Let's see, 1 hit, maybe 2, and a walk. There's an RBI, no errors, 1 run in. It's 1-1. I'm gonna go ask real quick to see if I can figure out what that hit was by Owen Miller.
Well, thank you to the following businesses who are away team sponsors, supporting the time put towards marketing this game to college coaches pregame and editing and posting highlights for the Hibriten Panther prospects with recruiting and scouting content on social media. Appreciate Sean Yamber, real estate agent over at Weichert Realtors, for being our away team sponsor this evening. He's helped us out a lot this year in the greater, I think it's the Catawba Valley area in the Caldwell County, a big area of his. We appreciate him for being one of our longtime supporters of Baseball University of the Blue Ridge.
All right, so I was told that was a hit by Owen Miller. So it was 2 hits and the walk in the inning. It was an infield single, so if you want to add that to your book.
Add that single. We got 1 run on 2 hits for each team after the middle of the second, top of second.
Bottom of the second will be Reese Irvin, Jack Hester, and then back to the top with Brady Davis. Again, both teams DH batting 9th. Interesting. Gotta love baseball and just how things work out sometimes. So 1-1 game here in the second place battle. And East Rutherford essentially clinched the conference, even with that loss to East Burke yesterday, 1-0. Again, apologize for the early technical difficulties.
I have no idea because Starlink didn't move and now it's fine. So I think it was this.
I think if you're enjoying the broadcast and you saw that we got dropped, make sure you send that link out to any friends and family that were watching.
They were getting some comment that it was kind of really far behind, and I noticed that too before the comments came in during the pregame show. It just kept lagging.
Caught up now, folks?
We just restarted it. Take it out, blow on it, plug it back in. The old school way. Never know what works.
So here's Con for his second inning. Again, it's hard to tell who's who. Panthers, Panthers, Panthers everywhere.
Well, the home Panthers are in white and the away Panthers are in gray, so at least we have some semblance of professional uniforms out here, not blacks and reds.
Yeah, it's our first look at both these teams. Again, good college talent on both. Some good underclassmen talent, some good uncommitted senior talent. I think one thing that a lot of these teams, like a Hibrite and a Patton, who's like a good Western North Carolina team, but maybe not like your perennial winners, is where are you willing to look for a college baseball program? Because a lot of our better players have trouble, or a lot of our good players have trouble finding depth in our North Carolina system because there's only so many colleges. So Julius Martin, who had mentioned earlier, strikeout. Julius Martin is heading up to Westminster College in Pennsylvania. It's not because Julius can't play down south. That's not the stereotype I'm trying to say when I say look up north. But you're going to see, as far as depth goes and climbing the roster, Julius will probably have more access to playing time than a lot of these kids that get buried on the rosters down here with 60, 70 kids on them. There's Jack Hester. Jack is DHing for the first baseman, Nate Waters. Nate Waters is a Pfeiffer commit for basketball. So I thought that was interesting. So again, here's Jack Hester. Hester, a sophomore here in the lineup. So one of the younger Panthers with a roster of 10 seniors. Con asking for a new pitch sequence. Gets what he wants, delivers. Goes back to the off speed, and that's right there. So 1-2, 2-2 count, evened up now.
Stream looking good now.
Yep, I appreciate y'all's patience out there as we got through that technical difficulty. Sometimes we get to a new spot. You just never know what sort of glitch at a new field you'll run into. And pop fly foul here.
It's all about directional angles. Longitude,
Hopefully all those
latitude.
cameras are still recording too when I got to do them highlights. So we had a little glitch with our Burns Cherryville game the other day. So that's where it comes back to sponsors and crowdfunding. The more revenue we can find, the more advancements we can make in this broadcast. And if you go back and look at the first one 3 years ago and where we are now, it's a much improved live stream, but it's arduous learning tech when you are not a tech person. So 1 out walk by Hester. So a K and a walk. Brady Davis up now. Brady, that pickoff throw is going to go past the first baseman Boggs. So I guess that'll be an E1 on the pick. Hester moving up to second. So Brady Davis jumped on the first pitch of this game and hit a double. So in his second at bat here, he's got a runner in scoring position to work with. See what sort of sequence Coach Baker puts out there with one out, runner on second. So Davis, wiry looking athlete. Got a little bat speed to him. Swings a miss, swing and a miss there, 0-1. So he jumped on a first pitch fastball for that double. So Kahn starts him off with the off speed there. Sticks with that pattern, but that ball fades in. 1-1. Ooh, just missed outside there. So yeah, with that 6:30 start, I guess we're going to get a little bit more sunlight than normal. So we head deeper into the spring. You always got to watch out for the overheating of these phones. Kahn misses up high here, asks for a new baseball, 3-1 count. So Kahn got to find that control here. He's 3 walks deep, and he's at a 3-1 count here to Davis. So pitch count starting to climb a little bit for the senior. Hard line drive, and that is right into the glove of Collins. So can't hit it any harder than that. So Davis has stung the ball twice today. Excellent work by Hester to hold up. They bring Hewlett up. Hewlett had a finely placed bunt down the third base side in the first inning there. Had to give him a hit on it. He was trying to give himself up, but you just can't place a bunt any better than he did. Nice pitch there by Kahn. And that's where he's got to live. It's just down and away. Still one of the hardest pitches to hit in baseball, the down and away fastball for a strike. I remember when we covered North Lincoln earlier in the year. That's a nice pitch, just missing. The young man, Bryson Schmidt, who was the Camwood Bats player of the game, threw a gem versus Hickory. I asked him after the game, like, what's the strategy? He's like, low and away fastball. Sounds simple, but sometimes it's the most simple thing that gets the best results. Kahn throws a fastball past Hewlett there. It's 1-2. Ooh, that ball is going to bounce away from Miller. He's able to recover and try to make the throw, but that'll be a wild pitch to allow Hester to move up. Say finally manicured field. That's a good-looking mound, tall mound, so you can get downhill a little bit.
A little crooked.
Yeah, say we wasn't quite even when we got here, but so strike 3 looking. So called strike 3, brought to you by Burlett Painting, painting the corners with Burlett. So a walk and 2 Ks. There is the throwing error by the pitcher on the pickoff, but no runs in. 1-1 here heading into the top of the third. It's going to be the top of the lineup. Cooper Boggs, Julius Martin, and Tanner Moore for Hibriten. Stay connected on social media with Baseball University of the Blue Ridge. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel that you're watching. Like us on Facebook, X, and Instagram as well. Our handle is BB University WNC. Nobody is covering Western North Carolina baseball like we are. Trying to cover everything west of Charlotte, west of I-77. Again, Facebook, we're up to 1,400 some followers. It's not bad. That's where the neighborhood figures out what's going on. X is all about the college recruiting. You kids never need to pay for a college recruiting website service. X is all you need. It's where the college coaches hang out. And then Instagram, well, the kids like it. So you can also check out our website at baseballu.org. Some good info about who we are. Going to be putting some information up about our June 10th prospect filming coming up at Mars Hill again, June 10th. It's a Wednesday. We do about 3 a year. We do a lot of private ones as well, but for you rising seniors, rising juniors who want college recruiting help, come get your prospect films done. Come get your evaluations and metrics done. We'll be bringing out a good bit of college coaches. This isn't just a one-day thing. We try to use it as a catalyst for your college recruiting, help you with some advising, and get you started on your process. It's been a very effective program throughout the last couple of years. It's limited in spots, so if you're interested in attending, please look us up. I want to thank our third inning sponsor, American Legion Post 70. Swing and a ground ball. That's going to sneak through the right side for a base hit for Cooper Boggs. So a lead-off single. I think he swung at the first pitch twice. You think it's an error? I didn't get a good angle on it. Let me see the replay.
Dude, you got to make that play.
On second thought, I'm kind of seeing it from the angle here. It looked like he went to the hole there.
It went.
What's the scorekeeper saying here? Does it matter?
Double up here now.
Yeah, I think you're right. We're going to have to go E3 on that. I don't even know if he had to go down to a knee to get that, really. We might look at it one more time. Double play opportunity here.
Double up.
Not going to be in time to get the quick Martin there. So it's barrier to Hewlett on the put out. So 6-4. It'll be a fielder's choice for Martin. So top of the lineup, swinging early. So looking at that replay again, let's see.
E1.
E3?
Or E3.
Yeah.
Yeah, not E1, E3.
So no hit. Sorry, Cooper. When you see this later, we're going E3. So Tanner Moore now, the center fielder, flew out to center field his first time up. So 1 out now after the put out at second base there of Boggs. Julius Martin at first. Martin got some decent speed. He's probably about a 7-flat runner from what we remember back in August when he did his prospect filming with us. So again, we were mentioning our prospect filming at Mars Hill. That's what Julius attended with us, and he'd tell you it was a good investment for him and his family, but they were also extremely proactive, and I think that's so key when you do work with us is you got to be willing to work and get your name out there. So Martin was off on the play, so he will take the double play out of the equation. It will be 6-3 on the put out of Moore. So 2 assists in the inning for Barrier. That's short. And here's Woodruff. Woodruff hit a hard line drive to center field and went over the center fielder Johnson's head. Looks like he might have misread it a little bit, but it was hit so hard it sailed over his head, bounced over the fence, had to give him a double. So Woodruff working on that 1-for-1. Timeout called. Again, Woodruff, the football player, I think is a linebacker. So Coach Mackey said he's most likely going to be going to college on the gridiron. Swing and a miss here. Some nice off-speed delivery there by Duvall. We got any pitch counts tonight? Probably not. So they've been trying to hack into the game changers each game to see if we can get some additional info, including pitch counts. Pitch count's going to be big for Duvall tonight. Say bullpen a little thin after the game versus Irwin. Again, Christian pitched in that game. Cohen Christian, their Mars Hill commit. He is not available for this game, but they did keep him under 60 pitches, so he will most likely be starting on the bump Friday in the rematch of this game. Ball, 3 looks, delivers. Fly ball in the center field. He's going to miss that one. So he's a little upset with himself. Probably should have more barrel on it. Ends up being a can of corn for Woodruff, Johnson out there in center field. So 1 error. No hits, no runs. Heading into the bottom of the third, it's going to be Lane Barrier, Cohen Christian, and Landry Duvall coming up to the plate. You're going to hear some of our in-game sponsors throughout the evening. You heard a couple already, but based on the action you see, these are the businesses that have sponsored said action. So if there's a mound visit that's brought to you by Ion Outdoors, in the 4th inning, if there's insurance runs being scored, those will be brought to you by Chad McMahon State Farm Insurance runs. For any nice plays out there, web gems are brought to you by BH Landscapes. We call those BH Granning glove work. Stolen bases, seen a couple of those. I think actually just one. It's a Hauling Solutions and Grading stolen base. So again, Hauling Solutions and Grading. Called strike threes are brought to you by Burlett Painting. And then towards the end of the game, we got to start picking our next level baseball play of the game and our Camwood Bats player of the game. So again, all these businesses, we appreciate them. Ion Outdoors, they specialize in outdoor pools, pergolas, patios. So if you have a backyard dream that you want to have come true, check out Ion Outdoors. Chad McMahon State Farm Insurance, he's my insurance guy. We trust them, and like a good neighbor, Chad McMahon is there. BH Granning Landscapes, they're up in Silva. They do some beautiful work for grading and just shaping your yard or your area, your workspace, whatever. Hauling Solutions and Grading, big old trucks, dump trucks. That's Andrew Kasoria up in Henderson County. So as he's hauling gravel, dirt, and mulch everywhere, these players out here hauling tail on these stolen bases. Burlett Painting, they're out of Hendersonville. Camwood, we love Camwood. They supply the player of the game trophy bat, so we'll hand out at the end of the game. And Next Level Baseball is the only showcase organization endorsed by Baseball University.
I made it.
3rd inning of work here for Con. Con's going to try to get his walks down. He had 2 in the first, 1 in the second. So see if he can get through the 3rd clean, even though he starts off 2-0 here. So bottom of the 3rd inning. A little nubber. Let's see if it spins back fair. It does not. Strike 1. Con went to the curveball. He's going to fall behind 3-1.
Way ahead. Look it in.
Right on the hands and just foul. So it sounded like it was hit with a wet newspaper. I almost found fair territory out there. So not the good part of the bat. But we use metal bats in high school still. I think if that was a wood bat, that might have been kindling. Fly ball off the right side foul. When I was coaching at Christ School in the Wood Bat League at Bob Lewis Park there, to try to take emphasis off of strikeouts, I would tell my players, my pitchers, that if they broke a bat, like broke another team's bat, I'd buy them a burger. So it really gave my players the confidence to pitch inside more. So I think we broke more bats in that league for the other team than anybody else that season. It's always a joy of like when you're playing a Reynolds or a TC or an Asheville, you send them home with a couple broken bats. Ball 4 just misses. So yes, he is unable to shake the walk bug yet. So leadoff walk here to Barrier. That's going to be the 4th of the game for Con. So again, Braxton Con, he's steady. He's been making some good pitches, limiting the damage. Again, Brady Davis came into scoring that sac fly in the 1st inning, the only damage against Con so far. But he can only get away with so many free passes. We've seen that a few times this year. For example, that Reynolds TC game we covered last Tuesday, the young pitcher Brasco, I think he walked 4 in that 1st inning, fell behind 4-0. Duncan Carver throws the gem against TC on Friday, upsets them. How many walks? 0. Christian took a walk his first time up. He's fallen, or he's ahead 2-0 now. Swing and a miss. Back pick here. So Miller on the back pick. So that was a good move. Good throw. Good placement right on the bag there. Good little pick over there by Boggs. Christian batting fourth in the lineup here. But probably going to be asked to pitch primarily at Mars Hill. In Mars Hill having their best season in probably a half a decade, maybe more. Coach Honeycutt's got them winning this year. I think they're in fourth place behind the perennial winners, Catawba, Wingate, and LR. There's a hard backside single. It's picked up out there by Woodruff, gotten in quickly. So a walk and a single. And the Panthers are prowling here early in the third inning. So Landry Duvall, the pitcher, coming up. I know he's your 5-hitter, but might not be a bad time to put a bunt down here. St. Con already at 56 pitches. I think I'm showing bunt, but I'm not putting the bunt in play until I get one strike. No bunt flashed here. It's first pitch swinging. Fly ball to center field. That's Moore out there. Tagging up is Barrier, and he's going to make it easily. Say Christian had to hold up at first base there. So first and third with one out. It's going to bring Gavin Johnson up. Gavin walked in the first inning as well. Say Con made his way through the end of the first inning with walk K, walk K. Had the leadoff walk here in the third. The single by Christian. Duvall now, or Duvall the first out. Johnson now trying to find a way to get that go-ahead running. 90 feet away is Barrier. So Barrier got to tuck that shirt in.
Oh, we get shade.
So Martin up even with the bag. Right up on the edge of the grass. Bunt shown, pulled back. So Barrier was coming down the line a little bit in a manner that showed me that might have been a safety squeeze. Not a big lead at first base for Christian. 2-1. Now with a lefty in the box. With a lefty in the box, could be tough for the double play here. So if you can get the ball in the middle of the field, even on the ground, it's probably going to be good enough for a run. Ball high, 3-1 count.
We have no sound.
I'm looking to swing here. I'm looking to be aggressive. There it is. So it's going to be up the middle. That ball sneaks through. So RBI single. Christian's going to hold at second. So Johnson gets a job done. Again, that's all he should have been trying to do is just stay in the middle of the field there. I don't think they would have been able to double him off. Barrier comes in to score. So Barrier's line 0 for 0 on the day. He's got a sac fly and the walk and a run score. So quietly having a productive day out of that 3-hole. And then again, Johnson putting the team ahead here. 2-1. Christian at second. Hitter is now River McCrary, strikeout victim in the first. Fly ball to center. Not a great read at first, but Moore able to recover and make the out. So took him a minute to register where that ball was, and then he put the accelerators on, able to pull it in. So second put out of the inning for Moore out there in center. Reese Irvine started off the second, led off the second, striking out. So if you're Braxton Conn right here, you just got to go after this batter. You got force outs at every bag. Irvine, not the fleetest of foot, so ball on the ground here. Just going right after this guy is probably the best plan of action.
Conrad.
Hot fly foul. Again, a lot of foul territory here at Patton Park, but that one's got enough to get out. Lights are on. Preparing for nighttime baseball. Although this game is moving along fairly quickly. Wouldn't call it a pitcher's duel yet. Swing and a miss. That is strike three. Throws down to first base to complete the out. So 2 times the strikeout victim is Irvine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Ks gathered by Conn already. A walk, 2 hits, plates a run, no errors. It's 2-1 Patton heading into the top of the 4th. Owen Miller to lead off, followed by Ashton Collins and Maddox Morley.
Oh, we lost audio for a second. I don't know what that's about.
Ooh, having an interesting day here at Patton.
So fun. I love Burke County.
So Duvall going to be out for his 4th inning of work. He's settled in a little bit. Again, Woodruff had the leadoff double in the 2nd. Maybe could have been played a little better. Had a shot on it out there in center field if Johnson gets a better read. But for the most part, Duvall getting his ground balls. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ground ball outs so far for Duvall. And you like to see that. It's not always about collecting all the Ks. So I want to thank our 4th inning sponsor, Nova X Kinectics. So youth, high school, and college pitchers, are you trying to take the next step in your player development? Well, Nova X Kinectics is directed by Anthony Payne. Coach Payne has worked with several Western North Carolina pitchers in the last few seasons and helped them make major jumps in their physicality, velocity, and overall athletic performance. By infusing data, analytics, and biomechanics, Coach Payne is trying to help pitchers get the most out of their potential. If you're looking to make strides in your pitching performance, get with Coach Payne at Nova X Kinectics ASAP. He offers in-house and remote training options for high school and college level athletes. Nova X Kinectics, new school data, old school grit. And a lot of Coach Payne's pupils doing well at the high school and collegiate level. Saw Mason Harrell throw a gem the other night. He's a Nova X guy. Peyton Maven having another good year. Brady Ray's throwing well down at Cleveland. He's a 90-mile-per-hour arm. Carter Burnett up at Western Carolina. He's up to 97. So I've seen some of Coach Payne's guys take 10-mile-per-hour leaps in a year. He's working with Zach Wester and Landon Wright. Both guys are touching 90. Swinging a drive here by Miller. It's going to hang up out there for Johnson for out number 1. Johnson's been a little busy out there today. That's his 3rd put out.
Johnson brings to the plate. Ashton.
So out there in the comments, if you want to let us know if you're still hearing our audio pretty good. Hunter said we had a little audio mishap for a minute. Looks like y'all let us know. So hopefully our audio is back in check. It don't happen to do with that little slot thing. Is that good? Yeah.
I think it was this. I don't know.
Okay. So Collins knocked in the only run of the game for Hibriten with a fielder's choice. Back in the 2nd inning, it was Woodruff with the leadoff double. Owen Miller had the infield single, and then Collins hit a ground ball. They tried to turn 2 on him, but to no avail. Fly ball to left field here is tracked by Christian. Called in, so 2 fly ball outs. Here I am bragging on Duvall for his ground ball outs. He starts it with 2 fly ball put outs. 3rd put out for Christian out there in left field. Maddox Morley come to the plate. He too flew out to left field. back in the second AB of the game for him. And again, pitchers are good athletes. Again, we were bragging on Cohen Christian. He's going to be a good pitcher at the next level. Most likely going to be an arm for Mars Hill. But pitchers are athletes. A lot of times they're your best position players, best hitters, or one of them. When you get to that college level, a lot of times they're going to make you zone in on one. So some of these seniors who know they're going to be pitching at the next level, they're trying to get every ounce of playing time they can out of this high school senior season, knowing they'll be destined to the bullpen for their college career. Not the best part of the bat, and a lazy liner ends up in the glove of Barrier. So 1, 2, 3, fourth inning. Pitch count only 32. Actually, that might be 33 pitches now for Duvall. Ooh, 33 through 4. Gotta love that, even with the 1 run allowed. So heading into the bottom of the fourth, it'll be 9-1-2, and Jack Hester, Brady Davis, and Wyatt Hewlett. Again, I want to thank our home team sponsors tonight. Chick-fil-A out of Morganton. Again, I don't know. Have we stopped at the Chick-fil-A in Morganton before?
I don't think we've been to Morganton before.
No? Isn't this Morganton?
Yeah.
But I guess we haven't really driven through Morganton. So where's Freedom High School? Is that also Morganton?
I do not know.
Well, we want to thank Chick-fil-A. We've consumed many a chicken sandwiches.
I'm eating one right now.
And we also want to thank G&H Auto Service. And again, it's these small businesses that allow us to do what we do. At G&H Auto Service, they're located in Valdez. So again, Valdez, I think it's over in the drone side of town. And again, they are open, let's see, Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Closed on the weekends. You can reach them. Make sure I got this phone number right, 828-874-1199.
That's what it looks like.
Nice, okay. So again, we thank G&H Auto Service and Detail, and I guess that's 1134 Eldridge Street, Valdez, North Carolina. Very reputable automotive service provider. Offering a large range of services to meet the needs of vehicle owners. Probably going to need to get our cars into the shop after a long broadcast season. So if you're putting miles on your car, make sure you go to G&H. Hey, just got this from Coach Payne. It says tomorrow they're going to be launching their hitting. So with Nova X Kinectics. So blast motion, Rapsodo, and uplift capture biomechanics. Same data-driven approach, different side of the ball. So Coach Payne opening up to the offensive side of baseball as well. So Hester here, 2-2, waves at one there. On deck, Brady Davis, been impressed with him. He stung the ball hard twice today. But Hester trying to be the table setter before turning the lineup over. But Davis, uncommitted senior. Looks wiry, he's bouncy. Again, I don't think he's a primary catcher, even though he's doing the catching tonight. Their primary catcher, Thornburg, is out for the game. So strike 3 to Hester. So with Thornburg out, Davis jumps behind the plate. And I think that's just going to show you what type of athlete he is. Athletic enough to fill in effectively wherever he's needed. But I was told that Davis is the primary shortstop, even though Barrier playing the position this evening. So again, Davis led off this game the bottom of the first with a hard double. And it really looked like a backside single off the bat, but it split that gap. And even though it didn't bypass the outfielders, he came around that bag hard, and it wasn't even really close at second. Then he lined out very hard right into the glove of the shortstop in the second inning. They're going to need him to try to set the table here with one out.
Look it in, Brady. Be there. Yeah. Good look.
Again, athletic frame. Looks like he probably holds some more weight. High hands in the setup. Takes ball 3, so way ahead, 3-0. No reason to have a green light here when you're trying to add your Chad McMahon State Farm Insurance runs. So we'll see if Con can locate, and he misses inside. So 4-pitch walk after the strikeout of Hester.
Davis. 4-pitch walk brings to the plate.
So a 1-out walk.
Wyatt.
Brings Wyatt Hewlett back to the plate. He had the bunt single, and he struck out in the second. So Con up to about 70. I think that was his 75th pitch. So Coach Mackey probably going to start thinking about the bullpen here soon. So Brady Davis there on first base. We'll see if there's a green light for him. Miller on the back pick. It's close, but I would say Davis seems to be comfortable with the secondary lead there, though. He's able to get back in with enough ease, even though it was close. There's a strike. So 1-2 pitch now to Hewlett coming up. We'll see if there's a stolen base sign on here. Maybe expect an off speed. Nope, goes back to the fastball, misses low. Foul ball. See, some of these boys got to tuck their shirts back in after they get dirty. I mean, I appreciate the dirty uniforms, but let's get these unis tucked back in here, boys. So Hewlett here. Do that 1-2 or 2-2 pitch. Ooh, got him. Wasn't expecting that. Strike 3 looking. Brought to you by Burlett Painting. Painting the corners with Burlett. So Big K there trying to squash a potential rally.
Batting lane. Barrier.
So Lane Barrier, sac fly, RBI, and then a walk in the third. He came around to score on the RBI single by Johnson. So 0 for 0 on the day with a walk and a walk, a run, and an RBI. There goes the runner. Picked a good pitch to go on. Martin picks up over at third, though. Throws it across quickly for out number 3. So 5-3 retired. So the walk and no other damage heading into the top of the 5th. It's going to be Braxton Kahn, Will Kuhn, and Cooper Boggs. I'm going to let Hunter do an ad read, and I'm going to text this coach back.
For the best,
ad read for us?
Yeah.
What we got?
For the best coverage and content of West North Carolina, visit Patreon at baseballuniversity.com. Bro, I don't even know what I'm saying. The best coverage and content of West North Carolina baseball, visit our Patreon at patreon.com/bbuniversitywNC. Here you'll find conference previews, preseason playoff predictions, power rankings, players of the week, podcasts, highlight films, and much more. Membership started $1 and all the money raised. It's right here in West North Carolina. Sport Mountain Baseball.
Well, that's an example, folks, of the pauses I like to take during a game because college coaches are interacting with the live stream asking about players. So that's why we come out to these towns. We try to create college recruiting opportunities for the local prospects without taking a lot of money out of their pockets, none to be exact. That's why we turn to the sponsors, and that's why we need help with local businesses, the Patreon. Again, we're not going to be one of those companies that charges $5 to $10,000 on college recruiting, but got to get a whole village behind it. So I want to thank our fifth inning sponsor, Stepp Electrical Company. Stepp has been around for 42 years up in Henderson County, and they're a longtime supporter of West North Carolina baseball. They offer residential, commercial, and industrial services. Owned by Brooke Stepp, the unlimited license company is your go-to for new construction, remodeling, outdoor lighting, service changes, generator installations, and especially electrical maintenance. Give them a call today at 828-697-6097. So Braxton Kahn, 0 for 0. He had a walk. So a quick little visit here by the catcher Davis to talk to his pitcher Duvall, who's got a fine pitch count. We'll look at that in a minute. All righty. Back to the game changer. Let's see where Duvall's pitch count is. Now, Duvall is not going to blow you away yet. He's in that sophomore class. I'd say he's probably a mid-sevens, high-sevens guy. We might walk out there at the radar gun, but I am a big fan of seeing a kid go into the fifth inning with a pitch count like this. So I believe, make sure I got this, 35 pitches. So what a start here for Duvall. But yeah, I think I will bring the old radar gun out, wander out there, and just see how the young man's doing. Pop foul. That is going to get out here into the parking lot. Go, kid. Good pitching, man. Way ahead here. 2-2 delivery coming. Swing, ground ball. Ooh, that's a fair ball. That took an awful hop on Irvine out there, but that's going to be a double in the books. So Kahn with a lead-off double here in a trailing 1-2. That's a big hit, but yeah, not blasted off the bat. It was a bounder. It hit that dirt spot right before the bag and just stuck to the ground. Shoots past Irvine. I'll bring Will Kuhn to the plate, and then number 9 hitter getting ready to turn the lineup over. Are we finally going to see a bunt? So again, had a fine bunt earlier in the game by Wyatt Hewlett on the other side for Patton. We'll see if Kuhn's going to join the bunt squad here. Does not. He's going to take strike one right down the inning, or right down the pipe there. Sorry. Oof, you ain't going to bunt it. Might as well hit that one. Pop fly in the middle of the field here. It looks like Barrier is going to take control, makes the catch for out number 1. So back to the top of the lineup. Bunt would have worked really well there. So Cooper Boggs, again, we were talking about how you can get deep in at bats. He's a tough out. I think he swung at the first pitch twice tonight. So let's see if he, now that he's in a situation where he's got runners in scoring position, if he slows the game down a little bit here. Ball 1, off speed coming inside on him. Say Boggs is grounded out to second, and then he hit that ground ball to the first baseman that we called an E3. Swing, fly ball to right field. That's McCrary out there. Makes the catch, runner tags, and he'll move up easily. So Boggs staying on the right side of the field today. So that's a productive out, though. Just send the pinch runner Whittington, I believe, to third base. Now bring Julius Martin to the plate again. Julius, the only player in this game to come through a baseball university prospect filming. We're hoping to see more Patton and Hibriten players in the future. Still looking for our first Patton participant. But Julius going to play at Westminster College next year. And good academic D3 up in Western Pennsylvania. Part of the PAC, Presidential Athletic Conference. 0-1 delivery. Swing, pop fly. It's towards the Hibriten dugout and foul. So as big as the foul territory is here at Patton, we have not seen any plays made close to the fence. Everything has been had enough oomph on it to get out. So Duvall at 45 pitches now. Again, cruising on that pitch count. Ground ball. That's Hewlett. Gets it on a big hop. Throws on a bounce. And that foot comes up and off the bag. And that is going to be an E4 on the throw that allows the run to score. It will not be an RBI as there were 2 outs. So unearned run allows Whittington to score with 2 outs. Man, that was a can of corn. It's usually, that's the pitch you want to make there. So Duvall, some hard luck on that 2-out ground ball. So Tanner Moore now. So we got a tie game now. I was thinking Duvall and the Panthers are probably walking off the field thinking that was out number 3. But yeah, I think his foot comes up off the bag there. Looking at the replay. Ground ball that is through the 5-5 hole. And Martin didn't even stop. That's what I'm saying. Martin is a good baseball player. Picked up on that real quick. So single by Moore. He's able to move up to second on the throw to third. Julius Martin going first to third on that. So again, Martin, a high-level IQ ball player, physical, basketball, football player. So Tanner Moore coming through with 2 outs to extend the inning here. And Hibriten with the chance to not only take the lead, but with a base hit here, it could go up 2. So things turning around quickly here in the 5th inning. Hot fly in the middle of the field here. Looks like the pitcher Duvall is going to go ahead and take it himself. That is out number 3. Well, sometimes as a pitcher, if you feel like your guys ain't making the plays behind you, you just got to step up and do it yourself. So 2-2 had the 2 hits and the error in the inning. It's an unearned run that's plated 2-2. Top of the 5th, it'll be Cohen, Christian, Landry, Duvall, bottom of the 5th, Cohen, Christian, Landry, Duvall, and Gavin Johnson. We want to thank our away team sponsor today for Hibriten is Sean Yamber, real estate agent. I think it's Weichert Realty is who he works under the name of. Thank you to Sean for sponsoring the time that we put towards marketing this game to college coaches pregame and then editing and posting highlights for Hibriten. The Hibriten Panther prospects afterwards with recruiting and scouting content on social media. So again, if you're looking for a new home, purchasing some real estate, please look up Sean Yamber. I believe he works right here out of Burke County. This will be a good one for both the Caldwell and the Burke County listeners. So, again, we appreciate you, Sean, longtime supporter of Baseball University. Well, it was subtle, but man, that was a big play. That E4 right there. So that ties this game up. We got a whole brand new ball game with Kahn coming out for his 5th inning. His pitch count's up over 80, I believe. So we'll give you an exact reading on him in a minute.
Got hacky sack on the camera.
Well, that's probably the 3rd or 4th team I've seen in the last 2 weeks with a hacky sack. And the first time I saw it was Alexander Central. So I thought, oh, that's organic, right? This team likes hacky sack. And then when I see more and more teams do it, I'm like, okay, what internet fad's going on?
Yeah.
You know, who's bringing back hacky sacks?
Leading off the bottom of the 5th inning, the Panthers, Cohen Christian.
You'll see no Vanderbilt stretching going on in the outfield by the bench players. That's a shame. Full team stretches, running out, doing some butterflies, flamingos.
So Cohen Christian will lead off. He's 1 for 1, a walk and a single. So Braxton Kahn came into this inning with 84 pitches. So that would be 86, I believe, delivered there. I think we're at a 1-1 count. Might be the last inning for Braxton Kahn. So Cohen Christian falls behind 1-2. There's a ground ball to the shortstop. That's Collins. Oh, made a nice play. Stretched there by Boggs at first, but the ball pops out. I guess we're going to call that a single or an E6. What do you think here? So score, we're looking at the replay here. So the official scorekeeper.
It's tied because the shortstop's playing it off his back foot, trying to get that big hop, the easy hop. First baseman made a great stretch. I don't want to penalize him for that. So
I don't know. I think I'm going to give it an infield single because it looks like it's bang, bang there. So we'll say infield single. Landry Duvall now the hitter, 0 for 2. So conservative lead over at first. Got to catch it. Say not a bad pitch there, but you don't squeeze it on the corner, you're probably not getting the call. So 2-0 now. Duvall looking for a pitch to drive. Pop foul, back behind the backstop here. Again, Hibriten, one of 3 Caldwell County schools with South Caldwell and West Caldwell, and Patton, one of 4 Burke County schools with Drone, East Burke, and Freedom.
I think they're the newest.
Nice curveball there. Sneaks it over the inside corner. What's that, 2007 they came about? So 2007-2008 school year?
Yeah. Drone was either year before, year after, year of. Very similar.
Jimmy C. Drone.
The same building styles, too. Same blueprints.
The ball is pushed out to left center field. Way back, right in front of the fence. That's Moore out there that tracks it down. So a long, hard out for the ball. Christian has to retreat back to first base. I bring Gavin Johnson up. Gavin put the Panthers ahead 2-1 with an RBI single in the 3rd. However, after the unearned run in the top of the 5th, we're squared up at 2 here. So Johnson going to try to perpetuate a new rally. Swinging a
Not
miss.
the newest. Drone is a year later.
So Johnson also a senior. wearing the stirrup socks. Ooh, curveball. Darts inside. Nice block there by Miller, getting around the baseball.
Very Midwestern-y feel right here with the barn, some of the trees, not a lot of horizon aspects.
It's pretty out here for sure. Fly ball, it's going to be hooked foul though. So real pretty. I mean, I guess you would call this highlands, or is this mountain technically? I mean, you can see the mountains from where we're at, but I don't know if we're technically as high as we are when we're up in Henderson County, or, you know.
See if you.
A real pretty area. It's got to be nice living out here. It's a big campus, wide open, a lot of green pastures on the Patton campus. Saw they must have some good vocational stuff. Seeing some firefighter training going on by the high schoolers when we were pulling up. So you like to see that, a lot of alternative job opportunities. Ground ball is going to sneak through the right side. So good piece of hitting there by Johnson. That's his second hit of the game. So station to station as Christian moves up to second, 1 out. And River McCrary up.
Johnson single moves Christian to second. Brings to the plate. River McCrary.
So 1 out, first and second. Pitch count right now is at 96. So Braxton Kahn probably getting towards the end here. Again, strong, stocky looking senior pitcher. So I think we're at 90. I think this will be the 99th pitch coming here for Kahn. So 2-1. McCrary 0 for 2, struck out and flew out. Curveball fouled away. So 2-2 even. Again, Owen Miller done a pretty good job back there blocking up. Christian is conservative lead out there, so you can go ahead and bury one here. Probably don't have to worry too much about the pass ball wild pitch. Goes to the curveball, misses inside. So looks like Kahn wanted that one. So full count. It's a big pitch here coming for Kahn. He's at 100 pitches. He can probably afford to get through one more batter. He's got to get this one first here. This is a big pitch. Do not want free passes here. Goes to the curveball, and he gets him. So curveball stayed up a little bit. McCrary chases it. It may have been a strike at the top of the zone, but the result is what he needed. 2 outs. They'll bring Reese Irvine to the plate. So at 102 pitches, this will be his final batter.
Well, not necessarily.
If he gets 1 pitch, 1 out, I guess he could come back out for one more batter.
2 more.
105, so it depends.
He gets 3 more outs.
He has 3 pitches to work with here.
And he could get 3 outs of them.
I mean, if you're Patton and you want to swing, you know, I'd go ahead and probably take 2 pitches here at least. And you're at the number 8 hitter here. He struck out twice. Unless we have a pinch hitter, maybe. Let's see what the number is here. We got player. It just says player. So what number do we have here for player? Number 8. So this is Landon Harris, the sophomore. So we got a pinch hitter here for Irvine. So again, sophomore Landon Harris in the game, pinch hitting for Reese Irvine. Irvine was 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. I love how in the game changer it just says player. So Cone going heavy to the curveballs here. A lot of off speed the last couple of ABs.
The away game changer.
Goes back to the off speed again. Fouls it down that right side. It's going to be in foul territory, but hits the ground before anybody can get to it. Man, that might be like 5, 6, 7 spinners in a row. He's at 105 now, so 106. So this is the last batter. I think if you're Coach Mackey, you're hoping your pitcher's got enough to get one more out, and you don't have to go to your bullpen in the middle of an inning. Let's see if he sticks with the curveball. He does. It's a ground ball to shortstop, picked up by Collins. He's going to run over and slide into second base before the runner Johnson can reach. So it'll be a fielder's choice. Johnson retired 6. So again, it's Collins taking it himself. 2 hits in the inning. No runs, no errors. Remains 2-2 heading into the top of the 6th inning. It's going to be Miller, Collins, and Morley, and that is the evening for Kahn. So we'll give you a final line on him. So Braxton Kahn, the senior, works 5 innings. These runs were, 1 was earned, both were earned. So 2 earned runs allows how many hits, Hunter?
6.
6 hits to Patton. Strikes out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and walks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 innings, 2 runs on 6 hits, 8 strikeouts, 5 walks. There we go. Stay connected on social media with Baseball University of the Blue Ridge. Like and subscribe to the YouTube page if you're watching it right now. Like us on Facebook, like us on X, and like us on Instagram. Again, our handle is BB University WNC. You can also check out our website at baseballu.org. Again, if you like what we're doing, we need to build as much revenue as possible to build the live stream, so please think about joining that Patreon. I want to thank our 6th inning sponsor, Flooring America. Flooring America, located at 600 Slater Street, Kings Mountain. They're holding a warehouse sale on April 24th, discounting all overstock flooring. So flooring lots for $1 per square foot, mix and match flooring, $5 per box. Go check it out at flooringamerican.com, flooringamerica.com, 704-739-2756. First pitch swinging here. That's going to be dropped out there in left field. Well, Hunter, is that an E or is that a hit? Let's go ahead and take a look at the replay here. Reading my Flooring America ad. So Miller sends one out to left field. Yeah, I don't know.
I gave him a hit.
They don't tell us on the game changer if they do they?
It should.
Well, did he drop it or go over his head?
I think it just went over his head.
All right, so we'll tentatively give Miller a double. I'm going to go check with the official scorer afterwards. I'll bring Ashton Collins up. So Owen Miller, either way, they're threatening here in the top of the 6th. So Duvall pitch count still very manageable. 51 pitches. Oh, he's going to put the bunt down. Popped it up, but it does hit the green before it's caught. It will do a job. Ashton Collins with the sack bunt.
Baker, the third, with their shot. Brings to the plate. Maddox, Marley.
So I think we got a pinch runner for Miller there. I believe this is Landon Baker running for Miller at third base, the courtesy runner. So Maddox Morley lined out softly to the shortstop to end the fourth inning. Wait, was that? I don't know. That's what we were trying to figure out too. Yeah. Let's do it. We'll call it. Did it hit his glove?
Yeah, I think he was trying to catch it on the run, like going over.
We gave him a hit originally, but I was looking up when it happened. So if you come back and tell me the official score is marked it a hit or an error, please let me know. I'd love another opinion because my eyes weren't. Oh my. We're gonna go with you then. But like I said, if you talk and somebody makes it, you know what I'm saying, let me know. So that was the official score there for Patton. They said they gave him an E out there in left field. We'll maybe change that. We'll see. So Maddox now, Morley down 1-2 in this count. Again, infield is in, trying to cut that run down at the plate, keep this a tie game. The ball's going to miss high.
Can't undo a tally. -1.
So 2-2 delivery coming. Goes to the curveball, popped up foul, or excuse me, not popped up in the middle of the field, not foul. Sorry. So that is a can of corn right into the glove of barrier there short. Just got to catch up a little bit on my broadcasting here. I feel like I'm catching up on my box score. So now Braxton Kahn up. Kahn hit the double in the fifth inning to lead off. He came around to score the tying run. Makes a run, and he dives. Nice effort there by Davis. Got to be careful there, diving towards that aluminum fence. But Kahn, he's 1 for 1, had the double, scored the run in the fifth on the E4. 2-out E4, it tied this game. We got 2 outs here. Duvall trying to work out of a jam after the dropped fly ball out there in left field to lead off. Again, we got marked as an E7 at the moment. Big moment here for Kahn, who is the starting pitcher. He will not be going back out for the 6th, though, at that pitch count. So we'll see if he stays in the game in some other capacity. That's a strike on the corner. So nice painting of the corner there by Duvall. Big pitch coming now, 2-2. Swing and a hard line drive through that 5-5 hole. So it's an RBI single for Braxton Kahn. He's going to put these Hibriten Panthers up by 1 run as the pinch hitter Baker comes in from third base. So hung up a curve there, jumped on top of it, stayed up in the zone. And I guess they're going to play the since Kahn hasn't been removed from the game yet, they can still run for him. I guess he's technically in that pitcher spot. So Whittington, even though he can't go back out and pitch, Hibriten using a little loophole there to get the faster runner back on the bases in Whittington. So Will Kuhn flew out, popped out. Number 9 hitter.
That's not supposed to say that.
Kuhn's going to hit one hard into left field. It's going to drop on a bounce ahead of the left fielder there. So first hit of the game for Kuhn. Kahn moves up to second. Now Cooper Boggs 0 for 3 right now. Grounded out to the second baseman. Had that ground ball past the first baseman, the E3 in the third inning, and then flew out to right field. So he's been on the right side of the field for this whole game. He's going to have to try to stay behind one and use the whole field here. A couple base runners out there with 2 outs. Again, interesting looking left-handed swinging athlete. He's going to pop one up the left field here. It's in that little Bermuda Triangle. But oh, and that ball is dropped out there by Barrier. I thought he had it. He's got to hustle.
Come on, get on your horse.
Shoo, boy. So runners on their horses there. So that ball is dropped. I guess we're going to call that an E6 out there because he had it in his glove. That's going to allow Whittington to score. He was off on 2 outs. Kuhn all the way to third base. And Cooper Boggs going to end up at second on the backside. So no RBIs are going to be awarded on that since it was with 2 outs. However, it is now 4-2. Now, I guess since Kahn is still technically in at the pitching position, he's still the pitcher of record, even though they have to remove him at the top of the 6. So I guess Kahn now in line for the win if this is the way the score holds. Duvall's pitched a great game, by the way. I mean, that's just some tough luck here at the unearned runs. We talked about that in the keys of the game. Gold gloves, iron fist, got to make those plays this time. Because as of now, 3 of the 4 runs that Duvall has allowed are unearned. So definitely some tough luck for the sophomore. I like what I've seen from Duvall. He has not collected a bunch of Ks. In fact, I don't think he's struck out a single batter in this game, but he's stayed at the bottom of the zone. He's mixed well. A lot of ground balls, a lot of weak pop-ups and fly balls. I like what I'm seeing from the Duvall kid. It's just a little tough luck here at the end of this game. Ground ball to Barrier. Big hop. And that's going to be an infield single for Julius Martin. And we'll count that as an RBI for the young man. That's going to bring in Kuhn from third base. Boggs over to third on the throw. So it wasn't mighty, it wasn't powerful, but that big bounding ball and that hustle by Martin turns into an RBI single. So unfortunate. That was quick. We went from a 2-2 game to 5-2 just like that. Again, that run is unearned as well since it was with 2 outs after the errors. So again, Duvall, noble effort today. But this 6th inning just not going the way the Panthers had hoped. And if you're Hibriten here, you want to keep the bleeding going. You want more Chad McMahon State Farm Insurance runs. Again, all insurance runs brought to you by Chad McMahon. That ball is pounded out center field. That ball is gone. So that ball flies over that 350 area out there in center field. So Tanner Moore with that's a 3-run home run. And holy moly, this game just got out of hand just like that. That's a 3 RBI home run for Tanner Moore. Wow. So Tanner Moore, again, the senior. I don't think Tanner has ambitions for college baseball, but we'll ask him after the game because this is the way the score stands. He will definitely be interviewed at the end of this game. But yeah, that was a loud swing. So it just turned 5-2 to 8-2, just like that. And now with Ashton Woodruff coming to the plate, the Hibriten Panthers have hit around. So all 9 batters come to the plate. And I still think, even with the ball out there, because all those errors came with 2 outs, like every single one of these runs is technically going to be unearned, as the inning should already be over. So it's a bummer. Inning could have been over a lot earlier if we're catching these baseballs. However, extends the inning long enough for Tanner Moore to have a loud swing. So here in the top of the 6th, big crooked number, 6 runs in here for Hibriten. So again, Tanner Moore, he's the center fielder, 2 for 4 with a 3-run homer. Again, he's a senior. There's a fly ball that is going to get down for a single for Ashton Woodworth. So got to make a new line in the box score now, because we have 10 batters that have come to the plate. This will be Owen Miller. He started this inning with a fly ball to left field that was dropped out there for an E7. So unfortunate string of errors in the 6th inning here. 6 on the board. Patton, they will have 2 more ABs, and we'll see what pitching looks like for Hibriten as they come out in the bottom of the 6th now that Kahn has reached his pitch count. But before any of that, Duvall and these Panthers got to record 1 more out. There's a ground ball. It's Barrier on the backhand. That is going to be off the glove. So good hustle there by Woodruff to make it all the way to third base. That ball is bounding deep in the hole. I guess the question I have is, does he make the play? If he makes the play, does he have a shot at the runner? You know what I'm saying?
You asking?
Yeah. Based on what you saw there, do you think he has a shot at the runner, or is he going to be safe at first anyway, as that ball bounded into the hole? So we're going to watch.
I mean, I doubt it.
1, 2. Yeah, I think he's probably safe. We're going to. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to give him an E6, though. I'm going to give him a hit, but it's an E6 in the sense that allowed the runner to go to third. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to give Owen Miller a single.
10 hits and 4 errors.
Now, did he get the second on the E6 too, or did he just steal?
He just took second.
Okay. Was that the
Stolen Base, sponsored by
Baker? So Stolen Base brought to you by Hauling Solutions and Grading. So yeah, box scores like this can get a little tough in high school baseball.
Give everybody a hit.
Yeah, Ashton
Boost
Collins.
those batting averages.
Ashton Collins now up to the plate. Ashton is 0 for 3, but he did have, 0 for 2, sack bunt, and he had the fielder's choice RBI and a stolen base.
Or you flub your own book and you post it on Max Prep so you can fool opposing Max Prep scouters come playoff time. Because apparently that's a thing.
Oh, really? Interesting. Foul tip here by Collins.
Well, you never looked over opponents' Max Prep to try to see who their 3 and 4 hole hitters are and who's got the best batting averages? Like, that matters. Like, we're not going to pitch this guy.
Well, Collins here, he's up for a second time this inning. He had that sack bunt. He was, I believe, the second out of this inning, or maybe the first out with that sack bunt. So pop fly here, and that ball is caught by Irvine. I believe that's Irvine over at third. So that's the final out here of the 6th inning. So 11 batters come to the plate. We got 1, 2, 3,
6,
4, 5, 6 hits. We have
2 errors.
1, 2, 3 errors.
3 errors.
Yep. We had we had 2 E6s. We had an E7. Yeah. So that's 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 runs in. Is 8-2 now, heading into the bottom of the 6th. It'll be 9-1-2 coming to the plate, and Hester, Davis, and Hewlett. In-game sponsors, want to thank them again. Ion Outdoors for all our pitching mound visits. Chad McMahon, State Farm Insurance for our insurance runs. You saw a few of them there by Hibriten. Granning Landscapes is for all our web gems. Hauling Solutions and Grading for all our stolen bases. Burlett Painting for all our called strike threes. Camwood Bats for our player of the game, which we got to start thinking about here soon. And then the play of the game brought to you by Next Level Baseball. All right, well, maybe that next level play might be that dinger, I was thinking. And new pitcher here for Hibriten is going to be Graham Minton, senior. So Graham coming off the bench here. Try to close this thing out over the final 2 innings. Again, final line for Kahn was 5 innings pitched, the 2 runs earned, 6 hits, 8 strikeouts, 5 walks. So a little wild, but kept his team in the game. And now those Panthers got a chance to seal the deal and take the first of 2 games versus Patton in this battle for second place in the Western Piedmont Conference. So this will be Hester to the plate. Hester has walked and he has struck out.
Jack Hester.
And the Panthers got 6 outs to work with, so 2 innings. Got to try to scrape some of that lead away here in the 6th inning. So first pitch here. Some wild arm circles there by Minton. It's a tough, funky look. So here's a mound visit. So Ion Outdoors pitching mound visit. So again, Ion Outdoors located, I believe, in Gaston County and working on your pools, your pergolas, your patios, outdoor grayscaping. So any backyard dream, every backyard dream that you have, Ion Outdoors can help make come true.
Are we under a pergola right now?
We're under some sort of broadcasting porch, press box porch. Nice little setup here at Patton.
Let's go, Jack.
Again, Hester DHing for the first baseman today, Nate Waters. Nate going to go play basketball at Pfeiffer, but Hester's hitting for him today. Ball is going to miss up, so it's 3-0. So Graham Minton comes to the game and immediately goes 3-0 on the leadoff hitter here, number 9 hitter Hester. Delivers a strike there.
No walk, man. No walk. Let's go.
It's going to miss high. It's ball 4 to Hester. So second walk drawn by Jack Hester today. Now bring Brady Davis back up. Brady is 1 for 2 at the double and a run scored and a walk. Also the hard line out to shortstop back in the 2nd inning. So interesting athlete at the top of this lineup, still uncommitted, wanting to play in college. Good athlete. Still needs to tuck that shirt in though. Swings first pitch. Boggs is going to throw to second, trying to get 1, but he's going to bounce. It's going to be E3. It allows Hester to move up to second and Davis to reach. So a walk and an error here. Things getting a little interesting now for Patton. Now, that was the first pitch, right? And that ball looked low and away. Did not look like a first pitch to attack on that at bat. So
Like a knobber.
I was going to say, not say got to have a better approach, be a little bit more selective down 6 runs here. So Hewlett takes ball 1. Hewlett strikeout victim twice. Also had that bunt single in the first inning. Ball up, falls behind 2-0. So again, down 6. Patton trying to collect as many base runners as they can. Nice location there, down and away. Strike 2-1 count. Boggs up on the grass at first base. So Davis, conservative lead right behind him. That's Hester out at second. Yeah, with nobody out, not trying to run into any outs either. Curveball, strike 3, looking nice pitch. So third strikeout for Hewlett, all looking. So those are Burlett. Called strike 3s, paint the corner of Burlett. So 1 out now, and I bring Lane Barrier to the plate. Barrier is 0 for 1. Has a sac fly RBI and a walk and a run scored. Yeah, I like the arm action of Minton. Again, he's a senior. I'm not sure if he's trying to play anywhere, but it's got some funk to it. It's kind of a heavy ball. So if you're Hibriten here, you're probably just telling your pitcher, throw it in there, man. Let our guys field it. So 74 on the fastball. So been about 74, 76, mid-sevens guys. So still needs to add more velo, but I do like the foundation of that arm circle. Got some funk to it. Again, may not be trying to play at the next level. Uncommitted senior. Barrier pulls one foul. So that temperature drop starting to get us a little bit here. Went from like 79, we're probably down to high, maybe mid-60s now. Whew. So 2-2 count. Swing and a foul tip. That's going to make it back to the screen here. So still live. So we had talked earlier in the pregame, again, misquoted. Patton did not make the playoffs last year. I don't know the last time they did make the playoffs. It's been a while. They will make it this year, breaking that streak. Playoffs become a little bit more obtainable now that we have 8 classifications instead of 4. Those new classifications open up some first-round bye opportunities as well. So East Rutherford probably going to be working on a bye. We'll see what the RPI is for Hibriten and Patton. Pop fly, that's going to possibly stay in here. Catcher Miller makes it over, slides. Needs to ditch that mask, free up his hands a little bit. So 3-2 pitch, big pitch coming. Bounding ground ball to Collins. He's going to throw it over to second for 1, and that's all they're going to get. So Davis retired 6-4. It's a fielder's choice for Barrier. Hester over at third now.
Good choice. Brings to the plate, Cohen, Christian.
Turn your lights off. Turn your lights off.
So Minton trying to do a job here. Walked the leadoff hitter. We had the E3 on the ground ball to Boggs at first, throwing it away at second. Then we got the K and the fielder's choice. So Minton 1 out away from escaping the jam. Pop fly, foul.
Wow, both are about neck and neck in their respective classifications in RPI. Patton is 25th in 3A, and Hibriten is 26th in 4A. Back pick first. I didn't know you were looking up.
So for my records here, it looks like Patton's last winning season was 2021. In the COVID shortened year, they were 10-4. Back to 2019, they were 7-5 in conference, but not a winning record. They were 500, 12-12 in 2018. Nice play out there at second, and yes, they do. That is a heck of a play by Barlow out there. So it goes 4-6 to retire Barrier there at second base. Nice stroke there by Christian, but what a goal. Bless him. BH Granning glove work there by Austin Barlow, the senior, at second base. Heck of a play. That could be up for play of the game too. So I think we already got our play of the game. It was a pretty loud play of the game, but it's a walk and an error. No runs, none left on. A nice little gold glove play there heading into the bottom of the 6th inning.
How many errors you got on their side?
Total?
For Hibriten.
For Hibriten? Let's see. I got one. They got the error from Boggs there. I think oh no, I got the E1 on the pickoff throw back in the 2nd inning. So I got two errors.
Okay.
Yep.
That's where I messed up.
All right, so heading into the bottom of the 7th, or excuse me, bottom of the 6th. Let's get this right here. Hold on a second. Where are we at? We're top of the 7th. That's right. Sorry, guys. So top 7, it's going to be Marley, Kahn, and Kuhn to the plate. I want to thank our 7th inning sponsor, Hale Tax Solutions. They're official tax preparer of Baseball University. They've been in business since 1997, and they're headed by former IRS agents that understand the tax system's complexities and can guide you to your maximum returns. They perform all categories of tax returns, including personal, corporate, trust, estates, and nonprofits. They can also offer bookkeeping services, consulting, and can be your representation at state or federal audits. Tax season is over. However, if you need an extension or if you need help with those consulting or bookkeeping services or audits, or you're trying to find a new tax guy for next year, if this year's messed up, give Hale Tax Solutions International a call at 828-435-6082 to schedule your return. So, wow, it was a close game all the way up until that 6th inning. It was 2-2, top of the 6th. The errors got a little out of hand. Patton dropping the ball a little bit, extends the inning. Landry Duvall pitching a great game. However, Braxton Kahn with the big hit and then the big loud home run from Tanner Moore. So I want to make sure I got this right. So again, I think it was Braxton Kahn that his hit was the one that pushed Hibriten ahead 3-2. And then that 3-run homer from Tanner Moore is the big blow right now. So Maddox Marley coming up for a 4th time. He is 0 for 3. Patton trying to keep it close here. Try to get 1, 2, 3 and see if they can have a fighting chance here in the final inning. I think we got a new pitcher here for Patton. This is going to be Landon Harris now in to pitch. There's going to be a final line on Duvall here in a minute. Curveball in for a strike. How many hits did Duvall give up today? 10? So 10 hits.
Hey, back up here, anything close.
So I think I got this right. This is a wild line for the ball, but I think it's 6 innings pitched, 10 hits, 8 runs, 1 of them earned, 1 walk, 0 strikeouts. So pitching to contact, did a great job all the way into that 6th inning. There's strike 3. So Marley goes down watching. That's a Burlett strike 3, paint the corners of Burlett. But again, in that 6th inning, led off with an error, dropped in left field, the sac bunt, the pop out. So there's 2 outs and that runner on third base. Then, make sure I got this right.
That's just crazy. Your ERA won't move.
So then the RBI single scores the unearned run. Then there's another single. Then there's an E6. That would have been the 3rd out, right? So once that E6 happened with that was the one Boggs hit over to the shortstop. He dropped it. Swinging a drive to center. That's going to get down for a base hit for Khan. Or no, is that Minton? I think that was the new pitcher, Minton, that had that hit. Where's that game changer?
Now batting Austin Barlow.
Good job right here, AB. Let's go.
So Barlow now hitting. He's into the game hitting for Kuhn, who is DHing for him. So Barlow into the game to hit now. Swing and a miss. So again, Minton relieves Cone, gets the base hit. Barlow into the game now, hitting for Kuhn.
Get that foot out quick. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, kid. Get that foot out quicker. Confidence. Let's go.
So strikes out Barlow. Sorry, catching up on some box score stuff here.
Hey, John. Now batting Cooper Boggs.
Well, you got any fans for player of the game? Say, I'm trying to get my mind wrapped around it. I think Khan had a great game on the bump, 2 for 3, had the go-ahead RBI.
Attention, please. If you are driving a white Ford truck towing a trailer up at the tennis courts, you need to move it, please. You're blocking the exit.
Again, we got our new pitcher here. This is Landon Harris, a sophomore. Back at the top of the order here in Cooper Boggs. Boggs, right now he's 0 for 4, but he's reached twice on errors and he's scored a run. So it's not the box score he likes, but he has been on base twice. Swing and sends one out to left field. Christian back. He's able to haul it in for out number 3. Well, starting to try to get our heads wrapped around the end of this game here and what player of the game might look like. I think I'm starting to come up with an idea.
Well, Next Level Baseball is proud to bring you the Next Level Play of the Game, the only showcase organization in Western North Carolina endorsed by Baseball University of the Blue Ridge. Coach Rick Day Armis does a great job developing culture and creating player development opportunities for youth players of all ages. Now here's your next level play of the game.
Yep, so I mean, this game ain't over yet, but this was the big swing. This is Tanner Moore getting into one and sending it over that center field fence. So just left that straightaway center shot, and that put them up. I believe that was what put them up 8-2. Completed that crooked number. So again, he's the senior. Not sure if Tanner's planning on playing anywhere after college, but it's a big swing, and his teammates were glad to greet him at home plate. Another angle here. You can tell he was quick out the box. Once he saw it was a homer, he went to his trot, but got to respect players going hard out the box after a barrel, and that was a big swing. Like we said, it scored 3. Had Julius Martin, Cooper Boggs on ahead of him, I believe. So yeah, big 3 RBI home run. So that is our next level play of the game. I want to thank Rick DeArmas, Next Level Baseball. They work out of that Montreat group. They're at Montreat College. Good family environment, trying to get kids ready for that college experience. Well, starting to tabulate some final box scores here.
For the Panthers, Landry Duvall.
We're heading into the bottom of the 7th, though. Patton Panthers going to try to make some magic happen, starting with Landry Duvall here. What do you like better, the Dinger or the 5 innings? No, I got to think about this one still.
Well, Dinger was not the deciding run. Now there's 3 insurance runs, so it was already 5-2.
So it was 5-2 when he hit it.
I mean, holding a team to 2 runs, both unearned.
They're both earned.
Okay, it's pretty good.
Still good.
How many innings pitched?
5.
Yeah, it's a win.
One more, kid. Come on, Landry, look at them.
So it's Minton out there. He's going to try to close this out here. Had a somewhat clean 6th inning. No runs allowed. It's ground ball to the third baseman. Martin picks it up, throws it across for out number 1. So Julius Martin been very sure-handed over there at third base tonight.
Got one now. Tuck it up. Tuck it up.
Now batting, Gavin Johnson.
So this is Gavin Johnson. Gavin's working on a good day. He's 2 for 2. He had the 2 singles, 1's an RBI, had the walk. And Graham Minton throwing well. It's a lazy fly ball to right field here for out number 2. So final line is 2 for 3 with a walk and an RBI for Johnson.
Now batting, River McCrary.
So River McCrary, last hope here for Patton. He's going to swing at a spinner there. Say Minton got him looking foolish on that one. McCrary 0 for 3, trying to keep this game alive.
Yo, Graham, one more kid. Hey, your pitch right here, Graham.
So Minton is looking pretty shut down here. 1 strike away from claiming the first of these 2 games, and they play again on Friday. Trying to battle it out for second place behind East Rutherford. So Minton delivers. Swing, a line drive to left field. That ball's going to hang up, though. Caught out there. I believe that's Marley. So that's the final out. So good win for Hibriten. We'll have some finals here for you in just a minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us tonight. On the score, Panthers of Hibriten. Patton Panthers. Please be careful traveling home. Thank you for joining us and have a wonderful evening.
All right, so let's give you some final lines here. All right, first for the Patton Panthers, Brady Davis was catching tonight. We had that leadoff double in the first inning. He was 1 for 3 at the double, the run scored and a walk. Wyatt Hewlett, 1 for 4, had that bunt single. Lane Barrier, 0 for 2, had the sac fly RBI, a walk and a run. Cohen Christian, 2 for 3, had a walk. Landry Duvall, 0 for 4. We'll give you his pitching line here in just a minute. Gavin Johnson, 2 for 3 with a walk and an RBI. River McCrary is 0 for 4. Reese Irvine, 0 for 2. Pinch hitter Harris, 0 for 1. Hester, 0 for 1 with 2 walks in that 9-hole. Duvall, again, 6 innings pitched, was pretty steady all the way into that 6th inning. The errors allowed that inning to perpetuate, so it's an odd line, but 6 innings pitched, 8 runs, only 1 earned. Again, that's my book. I think I'm right. 10 hits, no strikeouts, 1 walk, was pitching to contact, was really doing a good job cruising through those first 5 innings. Patton dropping a couple balls behind the 6th inning. That's what got him. Harris comes in and pitches that final inning in the 7th. He gives up 1 hit and has 2 Ks, no runs, no walks. And then for your Hibriten Panthers, Cooper Boggs was 0 for 5 but scored 2 runs. Julius Martin was 1 for 4 with an RBI and a run. Tanner Moore, the big swing, 2 for 4 with a 3-run homer. Put those 3 insurance runs on late. Ashton Woodruff was 2 for 4 with a double and a run. Owen Miller, 2 for 4 with a run. Ashton Collins was 0 for 3 with a RBI, a sac bunt, and a stolen base. Maddox Marley was 0 for 4. Braxton Kahn, we're going to talk a little bit more about him. He is 2 for 3 with a walk, an RBI, and a double. Pinch hitter, not pinch hitter, but Graham Minton, who came in, went 1 for 1 in his spot. Will Kuhn was 1 for 3 with a run. And pinch hitter, or Barlow, came in to hit for himself, was 0 for 1. Let's get back to Kahn for a second. Kahn, to go along with that 2 for 3, he was also the winning pitcher tonight, the winning pitcher of record. He goes 5 innings, allows the 2 runs on 6 hits, 5 walks, 8 Ks. So again, congratulations to Braxton Kahn, who's also our Camwood Bats player of the game. So, you want me to go grab him, or do you?
Yeah, you can go get him, and I'll
read out the
tell
card.
everybody about all of our amazing sponsors this
Let's
evening.
say, do you want, got the Camwood card?
Yeah.
Say, thank Camwood Bats out of Haywood County for supplying our trophy bats. We're going to go find Braxton while.
Take that one with you when it goes green. I'll tell you when. Well, thank you to the following businesses who are home team sponsors tonight. Supporting the time put towards marketing this game to college coaches pregame and adding and posting highlights for the Patton Panther prospects with recruiting and scouting content on social media. Appreciate Chick-fil-A out of Morganton. I love Chick-fil-A here, and we appreciate them. Their owner is Dallas Stoudemire, doing great things for Chick-fil-A. The old throwback cups are taste it. You'll love it for good. Some old school vibes on the cups right now. I got 2 in front of me and a half-eaten sandwich. As well as G&H Auto Service. Greg Christian and Henry Bowman are the owners over there. The phone number is 828. I believe that says 874-1199. You can read better than I can on my tiny screen. Appreciate G&H Auto Service and Chick-fil-A out of Morganton for being our home team sponsors this evening. I want to thank the following businesses who are away team sponsors supporting the time put towards marketing this game to college coaches pregame and editing and posting highlights for the Hibriten Panther prospects with recruiting and scouting content on social media. Appreciate Sean Yamber over at Weichert Realtors over in Catawba and the Foothills. Longtime sponsor of Baseball University of the Blue Ridge. So we always appreciate him for his support of Baseball University of the Blue Ridge's Western North Carolina Scout and Streaming Series.
Yeah, just don't drop them.
Ain't gonna hurt. Yeah, y'all can lift those up too. Yeah, just leave them there. Those are ours. Well, that's it for this evening's rendition on Baseball University's Western North Carolina Scout and Streaming Series. Stay tuned for some post-game interviews. But right now, we want to thank the following sponsors for their support. Meineke, Bloom Patch Farms, Comfort Keepers, American Legion Post 70, Nova X Kinectics, BF Stepp Electrical, Hale Tax Solutions, Goodicedtea, Peak Performance Vault, House of Power, Ion Outdoors, Chad McMahon State Farm Insurance, Granning Landscapes Incorporated, Hon Solutions and Grading, Burlett Painting, Camwood Bats, and Next Level Baseball. Appreciate all of them for their longtime support of Baseball University of the Blue Ridge's Western North Carolina Scout and Streaming Series. For the best coverage and content in Western North Carolina baseball, visit our Patreon over at patreon.com/bbuniversitywnc. Here you'll find conference previews, preseason and playoff predictions, power rankings, players of the week, podcast, highlight films, and much more. Membership start at $1, and all the money raised stays right here in Western North Carolina. Support Mountain Baseball and support Foothills Baseball. Stay connected on social media with Baseball University of the Blue Ridge. Like and subscribe on YouTube at youtube.com/@bbuniversitywnc. Like us on Facebook at Baseball University of the Blue Ridge. Follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter and Instagram, at @bbuniversitywnc. Also, check out our website over at baseballu.org. Camwood Bats is located in Haywood County, but serves baseball and softball players across the nation. Game Bats trainers, tees, tutorials, and more are available for purchase at camwoodbats.com. As part of our partnership with Camwood, make sure to use that coupon code BBUWNC for a 10% discount on all purchases through their website. And now here's our Camwood Bats player of the game with Ryan and some other post-game interviews.
All right, looks green. Gonna back me up. You guys can all hang out over here, though. It's really informal, I promise. Is this good? All right, come on over here. We've been having some trouble with these mics recently, so hopefully this don't cut out on me. But
TikTok shop.
what's that?
TikTok shop.
You're speaking language I don't know. I'm 43. So Owen Miller, I'm going to talk to you first. You're the battery mate of Braxton Kahn here. So, I mean, he starts falling behind on batters early, right? 2 walks in the first, 1 in the second. Then he settles down. So how'd you get him set, man? How'd you get him back in focus? Because, I mean, you're the quarterback out here, and you know how it is.
Yes,
like,
sir.
they start missing spots. So what's the magic touch here?
You know, just taking him into the dugout, calming him down, telling him that mound's kind of crappy, right? Not used to throwing off to that high slope. I was like, at next inning, just go out there, clear out you a little spot, right? Throw downhill, try to spike your fastball. Got him going good.
All right, so 2-2. I know Coach Mackey ain't been feeling great this week, you know. So he's mustering up as much energy as he can to get out here. So what's his words of wisdom today? How do you get you guys fired up for this Panthers v. Panthers matchup?
Kind of just showing up, right? Showing up for the guys. He had a surprise for us earlier today when we got on the bus. He got us all these little pullover, half zip, right? It's got our Hibrite and got our last names on it. So it's pretty sweet. He fired us up on the bus.
He seems like a guy that's like for the people, like for the kids, you know.
Yes,
football guy by nature, but he's got a good baseball background too. But, you know, you guys put up, I think, 11 hits. It took a while to get the rally going. Was there anything in that I think it was the 5th inning, right? Was there a moment where you guys were like, all right, we got this, we're in control?
Well, I felt good after that leadoff double that I had in the gap right there. Just got over his head. And then
What do you think, double or E7? We were struggling with that. But he hit it
Oh,
hard.
come on,
We're gonna give him
man.
love. I ain't the official. It's all good. I'm just saying.
But yeah, I feel like that got the boys going, got the rally started. I mean, we saw the same kid for 5 innings straight. His curveball is going to get easier to see.
Yep.
Fastball is going to get easier to see. So eventually the bats are going to get hot.
Good deal. All right, let's keep bragging on everybody here. So nice meeting you. You're a junior, so we'll be in touch. Let's bring one of these seniors up, Mr. Moore. So, Mr. Moore, you want to join the military, man. So Air Force is the plan?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, let me say this. Like, you want to be in the Air Force. Well, you know, that was a forceful hit into the air there. So what's the plan, man? It's 5-2. You know, you got 2 runners on. What you thinking there? You thinking home run?
I mean, I was just stepping in there wanting a base hit, score a run or two. But
Well, when you saw we were watching the replay, you're hot out the box, right? You hit the ball, you run out like a champ. Ball goes over the fence. Like, what's the first feeling there? Have you hit a home run in high school before?
I hit one first game this season, and this is my second one this year. So
now you know how to do it. You know how to get around the bases. So I saw how they greeted you here. What was the vibe in the dugout when you got back in there?
I mean, it was great. I mean, they were behind me the whole time I was at the plate, so it felt good.
I'm sure the coaches were loving that too. Is there any weird like rivalry where it's like, hey, we're the real Panthers here?
I mean,
I just didn't know coming into the game. I was like, I've never seen this before. 2 teams in the same conference called the Panthers, same colors essentially. I just didn't know if that gets on y'all. Like, oh, we've been around since 1960. You know, our school's been around a little longer. I just didn't know. Is that a rivalry, or is this just something new I'm trying to create out of nothing?
I mean, it never has been. This is the first time we've played them in the 4 years I've been here. So.
Well, you got to play them twice a year now. So Friday night, coming back at it, we'll see if there's any more home runs. But I'll tell you, if you're interested in talking military officer school, there are schools out there like Norwich and like Merchant Marine Academy. They're in ROTC programs. So if you ever want to chat, like, you know, call me, Mackie, we can get on a call with you. But if you're just going straight to the Air Force, man, God bless you, man. That's awesome. Just serve the country.
Thank you.
All right, let's bring up tonight's player of the game. This was a tough one. Moore hit the bomb. I was leaning towards maybe the big hit, but then I went back and started thinking a little bit. You're the senior. They gave you the ball. You go out there. As Miller said, he got you calmed down. I think 8 Ks. I think it was 8 Ks after, 8 Ks. Winning pitcher of record, technically, even though you hit your spot. Like, I saw how they let you hit, so technically you're the winning pitcher. But how'd you get prepped for this game? You know, being the senior, did you know how much is on the line as far as finishing in second place and getting playoffs going? So what was the plan coming in tonight?
Well, I knew that if we win this game, then we're up 2 games in second place. So, I mean, really just the plan is now to go at them again Friday.
They're going to come at you now at your place. So you think you guys got enough friends? You can get a loud crowd out there on a Friday night?
Yeah, we got it.
Well, Caldwell baseball is good, man. But this is my first impression with Hibriten, so it looks like a great team. Some strong senior leadership. You had the go-ahead hit here, so I mean, do you feel that as a senior? Like, all right, I pitched this game. I'm in the big moment now. Like, do you feel more comfortable in those big moments now that you're a senior?
Oh yeah, I feel comfortable. Adrenaline was definitely rushing after that hit. I was hype after that.
Was it 2 strikes?
It was 2 strikes.
I thought so. So busted through the 5-5, right? So coming around first base, you see your first base coach. What's the vibe after that?
Just get up. I looked at the dugout and I was pumping my fists. I mean, get hype.
And then they say, come back in. You got a pinch runner. So pitchers never run. But, hey, I'm really glad that we got a chance to come out and see y'all play tonight. Good luck Friday. You stick around. We're going to get a quick picture of you, throw it up on the internet. And then you guys, we'll see you next year. You know, and like I said, if you need any help discussing college stuff, if you're going to Western, like you said, please consider club baseball if you love the game. Like, that's one thing these kids ain't considering is NCBA, National Club Baseball, is growing. They're starting to hire full coaching staffs, and a lot of kids want to go to state school. It's cheaper, you know what I'm saying? So don't give up on it just yet. You guys end up being 2021 at club ball, and you're throwing 90. You never know. I've seen probably 24 kids get signed out of club baseball over the last couple of decades. It's not impossible, and it's only growing. So, but great game, guys. I'm going to send it back to Hunter over here. Like I said, y'all can go head back on the bus, and we'll get to you in just a second, all right? Take care, guys. All right, Hunter.
Baseball University of the Blue Ridge, thank you for tuning in to the Western North Carolina Scout and Streaming Series from Morganton, North Carolina on the campus of Patton High School. This has been coverage of Western North Carolina high school baseball. where the Hibriten Panthers defeat the Patton Panthers by a score of 8-2. For Ryan Cook, I'm Hunter Street, wishing you a good night.